the floor make my day. Hello everyone, good morning, happy Sunday. I've missed this as well. It's been well, I was gonna say it feels like ages, but it has been ages. So hello everyone, welcome back, welcome to some well, this t-shirt is really not ironed, is it? That's good. And someone say booty on the floor.
Worms.
Got it. Thank you, Chris.
Someone said booty on the
Appreciate.
floor.
Oh god, the music is
Got
very
it.
loud for me. Appreciate it. Hello. Hey, a new streamer. Who are you? I mean, yes. Welcome everyone. Welcome back everyone. I hope you're all good. Happy summer. Weather's nice, isn't it? It's hot. It's too hot. Also, I'm really struggling to cool down, so it really should be the return of the aircon. But we will. I actually now need to fetch out. I've like put the tube that comes with it right in the attic storage bit, so I'm gonna have to go and get in there, but it's also boiling hot in there, so this happens every year, you know. That is really straight into the really boring conversations, isn't it? That's a very long beard. The beard is long at the moment. I was just thinking that. I don't think I quite realized. I think because my hair's short on the side as well, it really does look like it, doesn't it? Did you get trapped on an island? Yes, I've been to Hereford. Not an island technically, but it might as well be. How's the knee holding up? Knee's good. Knee is actually very good. Did 15 kilometers this morning. Just, you know, just went out there in the sun. But yeah, no, it's good. I'm trying to do this 100k, aren't I, in May. So I'm almost halfway through now. And what's the date? The 12th. So we're doing all right in terms of the dates and stuff. So we're doing okay. How you doing, Tom? Welcome in. Dean, can you run? Yes. And yes, Orthic, it is the Sats this week. So stressful week at work this week. When I say stressful, it's kind of like, maybe it's not stressful. It's not like I can't really impact things anymore, can I? Yesterday was amazing, very hot. At a charity football match, had a wonderful tanning, lovely. I've got a bit of a pink back of the neck just from walking on the Malverns yesterday. Sounds like the percentages now in your favour. They are, Tom, actually. Yeah, you've been keeping a track on this. Also, I've got, I'm doing a half marathon next weekend, so we should be well on course to do this 100k. We'll just need to do some little 3ks every now and then, and we should be able to get there. Nice, CJ. I'm glad that you enjoyed. Good stuff. Tom, thank you for the 26 months. I should say as well, thank you to Solid Badger. I don't know if he's here yet, but he did resub last weekend when obviously we weren't live. I've been in the homeland 2 weekends in a row. I forgot to mention yesterday there was no stream, so sorry about that. Not that I don't think you mind that much, to be honest, but you know, we are where we are. I went back to Hereford last weekend for my mum's birthday. Went back to Hereford yesterday, well, Friday to Saturday, for my brother's birthday. So it's a lot of driving up and down from there at the moment, but it's all good. It's nice to see everyone, and it was at least like sunny and stuff, and we looked at like the sky. Did anyone look at the sky on Saturday? No, Friday night. It was nice, wasn't it? Last night was Saturday night and you couldn't see it. We love Shaz and John. We do indeed. We very much do indeed. So yeah, we went and saw them, and I saw my dad and my nan and all that stuff as well. So been busy. Apologies for lack of streams because of that, but you know, life, isn't it? These we stream at weekends, and sometimes weekends are busy. It's kind of the way of the world. Maybe, who knows? I'm saying this. Maybe that'll change, and we'll do more streams during the week in the not so distant future. Who knows? But yeah, we've there's some big life stuff going on, so I won't go into it because we don't know exactly. But who knows? Maybe things will change coming up fairly soonly. Mods know. Some of the mods do indeed know, and Tom, yeah. Clayton's becoming rarer than a prize cow, a live cow. Yeah, I would say that, but yes. Leonie, no, yeah. Cardini, welcome in. Lawless, thank you very much for the 15 months, chat. We have a new non-peasant in our realms. Welcome back to Lawless. Thank you very much for your 15-month non-peasantry. That is something to celebrate. When May 31st? Yeah. That's a few weeks away. We will see, won't we? Who knows? Morgan, thank you for the 23 as well. Also a non-peasant. Welcome in, M93. Hope you're good, my friend. This is what I want today. I don't even know. Should we play FM today? I'm not sure. I'll do we'll just have a chat today. We just need to catch up, don't we? I'll stop now. Yeah. Yeah, please. Morgan, thank you very much for the 23. Beyond's back with the 20. Beyond Low is back with the 5. Look at this. Hi, everyone. Come on, Norwich, he says. I have no idea what to say. I'm not sure why, but yes,
my NWG
sure.
Icon,
they play Leeds, don't they? That's playoffs, isn't it?
I'm gutted. Well, at least Shake is staying up.
At least Shake is staying up. What's going on here? Simon Torod is retiring. I see.
Hi, everyone. Come on, Norwich.
Skip FM, we want to see your Strava stats. I mean, I'm all for it. I mean, there is literally a channel in the Discord. I did make a new channel rather than like inflicting that on everybody. It's more of a choice. If you wanted to mute it, feel free to. But I need somewhere where I can post them all and things, and you know, keep myself accountable. So that's why we've done that. Skip the Journeyman, more San Marino. San Marino is in the works. It takes a while, but yes, there is a new San Marino hopefully soon. I need to think. I don't know what video I'm going to record today for this week yet, but I don't think San Marino's quite at the point we want it to be yet. Could Liverpool hand us the win on Monday night so we can confirm Champions League? I mean, Green, I think City might do that for you anyway on Tuesday. So whether or not you beat us, I think City might do it for you. You might be all right. More San Marino. Yeah, Tom does not appreciate that. They are long videos, those. I would know because I'm trying to copy your San Marino save. It's so difficult. Yeah, it's a slog, isn't it? I think that's how I describe it. It's a slog, but a worthy one. It's fun. I want to do more of those type of saves, I think. Just like, not quite one-offs, but like long video type things, because I think people like that type of thing, don't they? Don't Villa just need a point? I think so, yeah. Or Spurs to lose another game, right? How much did Arsenal win by today? I reckon it's 3 minimum. They should do, shouldn't they? Like, United are not good, but it's one of those weird ones. It's at Old Trafford, isn't it? Clay, serious question. Who's Clay, first of all? With the money spent from Arsenal, when will there be pressure on Arteta if they don't win the Premier League this season, considering it's been 5 years? When it's not obvious that there's like clear improvements every year. They are way better than last year, and they were way better than the year before then. They're really, really good. So no, I don't. Why would there be pressure?
Offered worms.
I get it. It's quite a football Twitter take, isn't it? No trophies. You're up against City. Like, you can have a bit more nuance and understanding than that, I think.
As a half-back with 3 cams, 2 being inside FWDS and 1 playmaker with 2 STs, and it's been so fun but chaotic to watch.
Yep. I'm glad, M93. Thank you very much for the 100 bits. Back 4 formation, ball playing defenders, 2 wing backs. Sounds fun. I'm glad you're having fun. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm really struggling to picture it. It's so chaotic. I'm struggling to picture that, but I'm glad you're enjoying it. Genuinely. I mean that. Yeah, probably when City aren't doing City. Exactly. If Arsenal end up on what? And then what can they get? 87 this year? If Arsenal get 87 points, that's a phenomenal season. That's a title winning season in lots of different years. Like, I think Leicester won it on... Is 89 possible? Yeah, there you go then. I think Leicester won it on 78, didn't they? Like, it's just one of them, isn't it? 91 for City. I think if you get 80 plus, regardless of what anyone else does, 80 plus, you've done your bit for a season. And then the other points come from whether you just get the run of the ball, whether things go your way on a certain day, or whether like you hit the post or whether it goes in. That's literally it. 80 plus, you've done like... You've been a good enough team to be a good team. And that's the way I always see Liverpool seasons. Like, anytime Liverpool have got 80 plus, I'm like, yeah. If City are being freaks, then City are being freaks. Even this year, if Liverpool I think they can get 84. That's a really solid season. And I know they ran hot when they probably should have been losing games, and then they lost games when it like kind of the wheels fell off a bit, but it's still a good season. 81 for Leicester. There you go. So like Liverpool should, with 1 win, get the same as what Leicester won the league with. So it's one of those. Same with Liverpool and people saying Klopp only won, etc. Exactly. If you're not up against the freaks that are City, no one has these conversations. You can still be a really good team just because there's one amazing team that beats them to it. Like, we don't need to be so tribal with these things, do we? Surely those results against Newcastle and Villa, home and away, and West Ham at home, all games that should have been wins. I don't think the Villa at home should have been a win. I think Villa did an absolute number on you that day. But anyway, sure. Morning, Pringle. Hope you're good. Welcome. We should play some FM today. I've done a few games in the save, but I think we're going to go. 72 points would have won the league in the season. Leicester won it. Yeah, there you go. No, surely not 72. But yeah, it's mad, isn't it, Pumpster? You'll beat us on Monday, I think. Our squad is so depleted. Yeah, Villa look like they've kind of done the Liverpool thing where it's like the wheels are falling off a little bit, isn't it? Villa game was a 20-min capitulation. Yeah, 20 minutes is still part of the game, though, isn't it? Like, it's the exact game plan of Villa like played out perfectly, and like Arsenal didn't really look like scoring at any point. I think I don't think he deserved to win that game. Anyway, if he doesn't win every game, sack him. Yeah, Villa managed to lose to Brighton and we're terrible at the moment. Yeah, I mean, Brighton are a very weird football team, but they'll be all right. They'll be all right, won't they? Yeah, that's football conversations though, isn't it? It's always an extreme. Everything has to be an extreme when really it's not, because otherwise it is pointless following football, because only one team can win win a competition. If you finish second, it doesn't mean you're rubbish. It means you're the second best. Like, we can be a bit more grown up, I think. Anyway, enjoying the heat? Yeah, definitely. We went for a walk on the Malvern Hills yesterday and stuff. It's just nice when it's nice weather. Everything just feels better, doesn't it? Every team should win everything. Agreed. At least they made it to Athens. Yeah, they've had a good run. It's a bit of a shame for them. I don't really understand how they've managed to be so soundly beaten by Olympiacos, but there you go. Thought I could hear you. What's that? Thought you could hear me. Oh, right, running around the Malverns, I see. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I was screaming my head off. Oh, not asking about you, asking about Lenny. Yeah, he's all right. He's all right. He's chilling inside. He's quite cool inside still. So he's all right.
Breezy from resubscribed.
Breezy. That's the thing.
League ain't for everyone.
Genuinely. And Ollie, thank you very much. So say thanks. 242 months. No, 42 month streaks, but 44 and 46 months. Two OGs. Thank you very much to both of you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Very, very good long resubs. I appreciate the pair of you. Breezy, genuinely, I think it actually adds a lot of stock to what Moyes managed to achieve with West Ham to go and win the competition, because you really should be making the argument on paper that any Premier League team that's in it should go and win it, but they don't. Only West Ham have, haven't they? So you got to say, give him his flowers where they're due. He is a bit. Do you know what? Moyes has come full circle for me. I really like the bloke. Maybe because he doesn't manage Everton, etc. But he was glowing about Klopp, and I just thought, yeah, he's probably just a nice bloke, isn't he, Moisey? The Moiseier. So should our own fans downplay the win to suit their stupid agenda? Of course. People don't know how good they've got it, etc. Do they? I enjoy the perspective that my old PE teacher gave me. If you finish last in an Olympic 100-meter race, you're still the 8th fastest person on the planet in that race. Exactly. And in life, apply that more often, and don't be so horrible to yourself. Don't be horrible about your own team in the grand scheme of things. Again, the football doesn't matter because the season starts again. So if you finish third Liverpool this year, that's better than last year. And does it matter you didn't win the league? No, because literally everyone starts on 0 points in August. So, got another chance, don't you? Go again. If you don't win it that year, guess what? Start on 0 points again the year after. It doesn't matter. Football fans are a unique breed for expectations. They are. Also, a certain section of every fan base, isn't it? It's a better season than last year, for sure. Well, last year was horrible, but yeah. Arsenal are a top 8 team in Europe because we finished in the quarterfinals. I'll take it. Yeah, absolutely. Not true. Leicester will be a minus points. That's true. Everyone will start on maximum of 0 points next season. Is that better? You're quite right. You are quite right. Actually, what's happening with that? Do we know? Is that almost... I know that they said they will be charged, but do we know how, can they appeal that? Is that definitely going to happen type of thing? I'm more excited for Slot now too. Yeah, I think the way that they're putting together the recruitment team, it makes me quite, I don't know, cautiously optimistic for the summer. With Ward coming back as well, it feels serious, like they're taking this seriously. I know that Ward's not necessarily working for Liverpool, nor is Edwards, to be honest, but for FSG instead, but still. My early for next prediction for next season is Leicester sack Maresca and hire Moyes. Feels like it could happen. Interesting, yeah. Predictions for United Arsenal today. Probably 2-0 Arsenal from 2 headers or something. Probably. And then Spurs will lose to City and it'll be like, oh, City are going to win it anyway. Right? Edwards bringing back all the lads since Klopp is leaving. Yeah, it seems an interesting one, doesn't it? I don't think there's much in that because I think they did all want to go and do their own things and also realise that... I don't think it's like a malicious Klopp not being there before they brought the lads back. But it was more of a... It's very difficult to do that model with someone like Klopp at the helm. Whilst having the right respect that they probably did have for Klopp. You can't just tell Klopp what to do because you don't necessarily know better, etc. Maybe you do with transfers and things like that, but also the way Klopp manages is very personal, etc., isn't it? But with somebody that you can bring in and be your own man, you can kind of manipulate it that way, can't you? Hi there, Nicky. Welcome in, buddy. Expecting Saka and Ricky Lambert to come back now. Yeah, I mean, that is the worrying part of it, isn't it? But then again, were they Brendan signings, maybe? During the game, there might be a thunderstorm. What, during the Arsenal United game? Spurs beat City 13-1. I'm living in Wonderland. Yeah, I think you might be. I'm still hoping that Luton win 6-0 and Forest lose to Burnley 6-0 on the last day. Like, could happen. And all of my dreams come true and Forest go down. All of my dreams. That's all of my dreams. Saka was good until the drug ban. He was. Like, it was like a weirdly really good footballer. Looked like he couldn't really run or like control his legs. But yeah, I was genuinely gutted for Luton yesterday. Yeah, they've kind of like, I'm gutted they didn't at least take it to the last day, I think. Because, yeah, then again, yeah, they could try again next year, can't they? All starts again. That's the thing with football. Like, it doesn't matter. If you go down, you actually have a better, nice, fun season in the Championship. You can come back up. Might be better for you. So, football starts again. Technically they have, yeah, I suppose. But yeah, I would love to see them go and win 6-0 and just hope. That 1-2-3 punch from West Ham was killer, yeah. Technically it is like, yeah, like Ollie said. They just go for the jug when they went 1-0 up. We were there for the taking, yeah, possibly. Their injury, they did. They ran out of legs, didn't they? Injuries-wise, they did. Right, chat, yeah, you're right. Leonie does say, so, FM, we probably should at least look at FM. We're 21 minutes into the stream. We've had a lovely chat. I hope you're all well. I appreciate you being here. You know, we've had a little bit of time away. So, yeah, let's play Football Manager. This is... That was a loud motorbike outside, I think. This is the situation. We're Feyenoord. We're doing a Journeyman save. We are 6 games in. We've won all 6. There are the results. I think I played a few of those. It's very law accurate, Clates. It is. You are right. No VAR, winning more games, cheaper tickets, Championship is better. I think you might be right. You're on garden duty today. I need to go and do my garden. Actually, I've also got some rhubarb from my nan's garden that I need to do a crumble today. So, yeah, we have priorities to do, don't we? How many Feyenoord seasons? This is Feyenoord season number 2. I don't know why I said number 1. Number 2. Last year, we won the league. We got, there it is, league title. In between, we won the Olympics with the Netherlands under-23s, we are still manager. I was thinking, is it going to be better for the rep? We have no games, obviously, because we are the Netherlands under-23s. Our next games will be the next Olympics, I think. But our win percentage is perfect, and we will be there for a number of years. Is it going to be good for our rep to just have a good, like, not leave straight away? It's not like we need to do anything. So I feel like I might just stay there. Other than that, though, yeah, we're into our 2nd season. Guam under-23s, never forget. What a day that was. In fact, I want to look at that game because that was one for the ages. 19-1 win. And we ended up... That's not how we ended up. We ended up with... Was it 7 men on the pitch? I think it was. Can you schedule any friendlies as under-23s manager? I assume so because I scheduled the Guam one, didn't I? Doesn't actually seem to give me that option, though. Maybe I can't. There's no, like, arrange friendly thing on here. Good short. Good plug. Well done. Why do West Ham always play one of the challenging teams, usually sit in the last 5 games? It's not even a theory. The fixture list is quite contrived and very deliberate. Liverpool play Wolves on the last day every season. Have you noticed that? Like, it's not as random as people might make it out to be. And I know there's, like, factors involved with that between, like, cities that can't play with both games on the same day, etc., etc. But, yeah. How you doing, Chris Stock? Welcome in. Which team do you support IRL? Liverpool is my team. Hope you're well, though. Welcome in. Right. We've got Marseille in the Champions League phase. I don't know. I think we might have lost a game in this. I'll have a look. This is our start to the season, by the way. It's a bit of an update. I accidentally loaned out our goalkeeper so that he could get some... he's got good potential. I wanted him to play games. So I loaned him out thinking we would go and sign Justin Billio. Unfortunately, I don't even know why. I did this the day before deadline day, took part in deadline day, and it just never got confirmed. Like, it got cancelled because it ran out of time, but I started it the day before deadline day. They just never confirmed. It was really annoying. Like, usually you can start is it a known bug, is it? Oh, there you go then. That'll be why. It's a known bug. Maybe because if you have to start it on deadline day for it to work, that happens. I don't usually do loads on deadline day, do I? Because I can't really be bothered. It takes ages, so I usually do it before, so maybe that's why. Right. Everton at home the last 2 seasons in a row. Notice. Oh, really? For the last day. When Wolves don't play Liverpool, they play a title challenging team. Yeah. Weird one, isn't it, how it happens? Zealand had that happen as well and had to be in the Prem first season with 3 CBs. Yeah, so now I've not got a backup keeper. At least it was a backup keeper and not the first choice one. But we've now got, I think, a 15-year-old as our backup keeper. Oh, no, we haven't played Champions League games yet because I've only just registered them. So this is our first league phase game. I did manage to register pretty much everybody, though. So we go. Let's go through the squad just to give everyone an update as we go into the season. Because we did do a few moves, didn't we? Let's move over here. Keeper will be Teko. Still, it's not Kundal. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Keeper will still be Teko. I think he's solid enough. He's really good, actually. I think he's really good. Wiedemann is going to be our right back. Do we have a backup right back? Can't remember. Mario Mendes and Aguiar are going to be our first choice centre backs. Mario Mendes we signed from Anderlecht. You'll know him. He's very good. Aguiar we signed. Was it this summer or the summer before? This summer, I think. No, it must have been It must have been in January. I think it was in January. Yeah, in Jan. So, oh god, the Kundal is the Kundal chant is in the chat. Why do I just have an entirely French ad? I've never spoken French in my life. Have you got a VPN on? Maybe. Don't know. Thought that Liverpool's last game was a 4-4 against Southampton. Yeah, weird one, wasn't it? That if they needed to have won, they won, but it was the last day that didn't matter, didn't it? So. Last day in the summer, enough to play for such a vibe. 30 minutes of Timber next week. Going to be unreal. That is kind of true, isn't it? And then you get like the little lap of the pitch and stuff. Lap of honour or not honour, but still. You did too. That's weird. Kelleher that game, yeah. Been very good this year though. So there, you know, we move, don't we? Latkovic at left back. He's pretty solid. Wansile and Ronald as our centre mids. I'm going to do it on here actually to show you. Wansile and Oliveras. Ronald Oliveras. Backups Murillo. Could probably start, to be honest. He's very good. 10 caps for Colombia now. Backup centre backs. We've got this 16-year-old who I think has got really good potential because of his value. And Kleber Pereira could potentially be a starter. The 6'6" Brazilian too. He could start too. Kounders also can play in midfield. Quantify, I think so. It's kind of what we've used all the way. That 16-year-old, that's an interesting sentence like you've gone for. I feel like it didn't work last FM. Yeah, last FM it was a lot of DMs rather than centre mids, wasn't it? Would work better. But yeah, no, this is what we've used this for ages, to be honest. Or something like close to this a lot. Jack almost getting a hat-trick in his last game. Great times. Oh yeah, he did, didn't he? Sosa's injured. Esadin. Oh yeah, this is our backup keeper at the moment. Who's seen Tricky. He's 15. He's called Tricky. We've got a 15-year-old backup keeper because, you know, I messed up. Well, actually, the game bugged on deadline day. Sella is going to play as the number 10. If he doesn't, Heredia can. If he can't play, then who's the other one? Kounders can play. Rugland's playing on the right at the moment because Sosa's injured. Gurrieri off the left, but that could also change. He can go off either side. Sousa as the striker. So we're walking the league. At the moment, it seems so. Hopefully, yes. And hopefully we'll go and do all right in the Champions League too and get our rep up. And then after 2 seasons, two league titles, I think it's time to start looking again for maybe a move. Maybe Portugal. Maybe the Prem. Maybe one of the top leagues. I don't know. We'll see what's available. But yeah, I think we're going to do... Obviously, we've started the season. We're going to do this season. We might even do like January and then start looking. We kind of went really early when we left Anderlecht. Was it in the 2nd season or the 3rd season? Did we do 1 or 2 at Anderlecht? We did 2. We left early in the... No, we didn't because we finished a season. We didn't even do a season. Yeah, we basically only had 1 season at Anderlecht, didn't we? We went in the 2nd season. Interesting. Never too early for an ice cream, I don't think. No. Benfica next. That kind of works for me. I quite like that idea. Right, let's pick a team. You're tired, are you? You'll be all right. Right, I haven't got enough players, but that's fine. In fact, we could pick some... We could have some little under 18s, can't we? Not sure it's intentional, but you're looking especially slim today. Thank you. I've lost about 1.5 stone, Digital Dog, by being able to exercise and run and eat healthily for a while. So thank you. I'm glad it's I'm glad you're noticing. Unless it's just to do with the camera, but yeah. So technically 3rd wasn't even close to full season. Yeah. I was running good. Did 15 today, Nikki. Doing a half marathon next Sunday. So yeah, good. I'm trying to do this 100k in May, and I'm almost halfway through now. So yeah, I'm feeling good. It's good. Thank you, Digital Dog. I appreciate that, buddy. Yeah, I did. I think it's a normal thing to happen, but when I did my knee, I couldn't exercise or do anything. So obviously, like, beefed up a little bit, and now I'm just trying to get healthy again. And yeah, everyone seems to be running. Like, we've got like a group chat. Like, it's the most like, oh, you're 30, so you're into running now, are you? Thing in the world. But like, all my mates are doing their little runs, and it's really like weirdly wholesome and like supportive of one another, and it's really nice. Like, someone, like one of my mates put in the chat today, like in the group chat today, just saying, literally at 6:22 in the morning, good luck to anyone running today, and 4 people have thumbs it up. It's just really nice. I highly recommend. Don't worry, once you hit 40 it becomes cycling apparently. Yeah, like my Instagram like algorithm is just running tips and things now. It's just one of those. I'm aiming for a 10k in September. Half marathon is wholesome. Yeah, I accidentally ran a half marathon just round the park the other week when I was supposed to be streaming, but ran for too long. So I thought I'd sign up for one to do a proper one. So I'm doing a proper one on Sunday, which I'm quite looking forward to. I want to just try and do it under 2 hours. I did my accidental one. I did under 2 hours. So if I could do that, that'd be really cool. Because also, whilst I'm doing this, I'm trying to run 100k in May. I'm like a half marathon takes a big chunk out of that, doesn't it? Yeah, next Sunday, not Flo. Gonna try to pick up my running a bit now. My degree is about to be over. Nice, Nikki. Yeah. I mean, feel free to share and things. Like, it is weirdly nice, like supporting one another in these things. Like, all of my mates are like slightly different levels and stuff. And we're slightly like better at different things. But yeah. I just have to do double the distance in the same time to beat the world record marathon time. That's the plan. I'm off out. I'll catch you soon. Have a good stream. Thank you, Tom. See you soon, my friend. I'll give you a message about what we're doing for videos this week, because I don't really know. I've been busy. But yeah, I'll work things out and give you a message. Zaniolo. Oh, we're winning against Marseille, by the way. They might equalise here, but we were winning. They have equalised. Rugland's been very good this year in the games that I've played. Playing him as a winger, and he is actually really good. Accidentally ran to Windsor. Yeah, exactly. That's what I did, basically, but not Windsor. Yeah, I did 15 deliberately today, and it was good. Like, quite chilled, and it was sunny, and it was just nice. Here we go. Corner. Mendes hits the bar. Oh, that was weird. Terrible place. Oh, yeah, I should probably drink. I've got a coffee. This feels like a bad idea, but I think it's gone cold now anyway, so it might be all right. Of course, the weather's going back to rubbish the week after finishing my last essay, is it? I feel like today was like the last day, isn't it, or something? But usually we have this. We have like a nice little spurt in May. As long as it comes back for the actual summer now, all good. Down it. No. I actually almost got peer pressured into downing a pint on Friday. Makes you think, doesn't it? Yeah. And I don't get peer pressured into those things, so I just say no. But it almost worked. And I was going, that's almost working. You know, I might do this. And then I went, actually, no, I really don't want to do that. And I didn't. But weird, isn't it? lads. I mean, I think my mum was one of the people trying to make me do it. There's less lads when you say that, isn't it? Which also makes that story way better, doesn't it? Mum, yeah. How you doing, Pav? Welcome in. Gorge Shaz, exactly. Sometimes it's just, would I rather get pestered or just do it? Yeah, just get it done, isn't it? But no. My brain did this. Brilliant. Shaz a legend, yeah. He is. Right, 20 to go. Let's do subs. Gurrieri. We don't really have wingers. I know Sosa's injured, but I don't really want to bring on Barras, who I keep trying to sell, but he just doesn't leave. Why are you nervous? Let's do one of the midfielders. Maria. All right. Where's the league table in this? Oh, brilliant. Nisa winning 6-1 and Kusiasari's got a hat-trick. He is a goal scorer. We need him back. Can Sousa play wide? Because if he can, we just do that and then sign Kusia. Sorry. We actually do have some money left that I just didn't spend because I was like, we are kind of failing FFP. 7-1. Oh, Anthony scored. Weird. Didn't score a hat-trick first, though. No. And also Anthony scored in that game. So it's obviously whoever they were playing are rubbish. Who were they playing? Olympiacos. I mean, they've not Villa out. So, and Josh Madger has scored a goal there. So weird. JK can... Oh, he can actually. He can play from the left, couldn't he? Oh, look. Esteval might go to Australia. I miss you, Esteval. Up to... down to 300k. 25 now. Yeah, Anthony's career path in this is ridiculous, isn't it? Let's have a look at it again. Oh, yeah, he's actually gone to Sydney. He's ended up at Nice, but he went... 83 million is still mad, isn't it? That might be one of the worst transfers ever. I don't think... I know people make a lot of it. But I don't think people make anywhere near enough of just how bad that is. He went on loan to Newcastle. Then to Atalanta for 1.7 million. And he's done amazingly. Like, really, really well. And now he's gone on a free to Nice. He actually had like an okay season at United. 2 okay seasons. Well, no. Okay season at Newcastle as well, look. The Pogba one is bad transfer business, but he was still decent. Pogba was a weird one. Like, you could just see what a player he was every now and then, but then things kind of unraveled, didn't it, with him? Given Harry Maguire's 80 mil, I think it is rather okay price. Harry Maguire 80 mil is better value for United than Anthony at 85. Didn't cost 85 million though. Salah was average at Chelsea too. What's that got to do with the price of cheese? Yeah, that is weird, isn't it, Ollie? Yeah. Top player odds. Interesting. Do we... Oh, Guerrieri and Sosa in there. Yeah, Maguire's been better than decent in spells. He's also been horrible in spells, I will say. Has to be Lukaku to Chelsea. Yeah, I mean, there's been some horror shows for sure. That was big money. It kind of like makes me... Like, even like... How much did... what's his face? Ndombele go to Spurs? Like, there's loads that are really bad. And maybe it's just because it's a Liverpool one, but everyone like brings up the Keita one. Everyone like brings up the Nunes one, who's actually been all right. Like, I know that there are issues. Like, Ndombele was 60 mil, wasn't he? That is so much worse than other ones. Nunes to Liverpool is not anywhere near any of these. Like, it's on a... it's nowhere near as bad as any of them, but, you know, Liverpool bad, etc., isn't it? Pepe for 72, right? That is so much worse. And Dom Big Belly. Right, brilliant. Pepe for 70 mil. I was jealous of Pepe. Liverpool really, there was like, Liverpool wanted him as well. I think Arsenal just like, that's why it went to 72 is because they wanted to just get him. Like, that was, like, I kind of get it with those when it's contested like that. Sometimes you just have to pay more. Pepe is better than Anthony as well, by the way, for sure. And Pepe had like little spells and signs of it. Again, weird, like people just don't settle sometimes, do they? I think it's that. Jackson's getting a really rough ride because he's kind of like uncultured and a little bit rough around the edges, but he kind of does get the job done every now and then. He's also occupies defenders a lot, even though it's quite funny because he'll get a chance to miss it type of thing. And you're like, oh, that's frustrating. You do forget like the other things that he contributes, which is what Nunes does. Nunes has had a bad 6 weeks, let's say. After when we've been bad for 6 weeks, Nunes has been really bad, I will say. But actually before that, he was really unlucky. And I don't, that can happen. Like, no one hits the post as much as him. And I know you say like wrong choices of finishes and stuff, but even then to hit the post is just unlucky sometimes. If any of them go in, like confidence is flowing, it's just different. He's got loads of goal contributions. It's not even on the same stratosphere as some of these. Just one of them. Jackson, one of the few strikers I've seen give Saliba a slight annoyance. Exactly, yeah, right? Because the occupy them, he's hard work, he's a pest, he'll keep running in behind. Like, that is really important. That's so different to Anthony, who does none of those things. And I know the striker to a winger and stuff. Like, Ndombele, who couldn't get on the pitch. I don't know why I'm thinking of those ones. Keita is probably closer to being as bad at that, but Keita was 60 mil. you know, I guess like Ndombele is as well, but like Keita not even being able to be fit to play games is way worse. Yeah, Jackson's really young as well. Like, I just think, again, it's the same thing, isn't it? It's people being way too tribal about things and point scory rather than actually, you can be a little bit more objective. Santi Jimenez scored 45 in his first season. He is amazing. I think he is, but I don't think he would be in another league, Klein. And I've watched a lot of him, so I feel like I can actually say that. Because I obviously watching him, loving him, because I've got him on so rare and he scores all the goals and I love him. But I was kind of thinking, will he get another move? And I'm thinking, I'm not sure. I don't think he's like mobile enough and things, but amazing for that league and like for Feyenoord. Nunez is just the cool thing to hate right now. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, that's true. Lukaku for 100 mil not being mentioned here is crazy. We did mention him before, Quantify. I think you mentioned him and I read it. Yeah, Sancho 85. Again, there's like extenuating circumstances, but all of these are worse than Nunez. And everyone goes to Nunez. It's weird because things stick, don't they? Narratives stick, don't they? It's just one of those. I didn't. Okay, Quantify. Somebody did. We did talk about it before, though. As a Chelsea fan, if I had to choose between Jackson and Nunez, I'm taking Jackson every day. I mean, you are a Chelsea fan, so that makes sense. I would still choose Nunez, I think. But yeah, I like Jackson. Jackson looks really bright in pre-season, didn't he? He looked good. I watched a few Chelsea games in pre-season. He was good. Kepa, 80 million. Yeah, that's shocking. That was panic, though, wasn't it? Pure panic. Let me get rid of these and do these. Bias go Burr. Yeah, that is it, isn't it? Herenveen. True indeed, but he said he's very tired and wanted to play every game. He was big interview. Oh, yeah, fair enough, because he's been coming off the bench a fair bit. I watched that game, the 5-0 the other day, Kleiner, when he came off the bench and scored twice within, like, minutes. Loved it, because I also had him on so rare. As a Liverpool fan, I think Gordon is better than Nunez. Okay. I was defending Nunez a few days ago. Everyone was slating him with magical. I mean, again, people, it's recency bias on those things. Like, I could slate Nunez's like appearances for the last 6 weeks. Doesn't mean that the rest doesn't happen. Like, he's been quite good. Yeah, Nunez and Gordon. I think Manuel Neuer's better. I think it's just better. So, you know, no, I won't take any critiques on that opinion. Thank you very much. That's what I think. What is so rare and how does it work? It's like a fantasy football game where you buy and own the cards. There is a free version called Rivals in it too. Yeah, Yaya Toure, clear of both. Yeah, I actually probably think one of the best cyclists of all time is Contador. So I think he's better than both of them. Right. Anyway, let's pick this team. Is Sosa back now? Essendon's not back. Aguiar is back though. Let's pop him on the bench. I want to start him actually. Save suggestion. Yes, you should be Bath City. And you can only sign players that are sort of water puns. That's what I'm going to start doing. When people ask for save suggestions, I'm going to give really, really niche ones. Yunus can draw better than all of them, and really, that is what else matters. Exactly. Have you seen his watercolours? His bad traits can be coached out of it. Yeah, no. Nunez is a terrorising attacker if things can fall into place. It's whether they can fall into place, which is an if. Like, admittedly, that is an if. I would look at... I was thinking, Liverpool think that... that's actually a really good idea. Is it? Is it? If you think about what type of striker would, like, Liverpool want to sign right now, and you think of how data-driven they are, I think Darwin Nunez coming off this season would be really high on that list. Value will be a little bit down. He might be a little bit unsettled. Like, he's shown all the signs that he could kick on to the next level, which is like just below that elite level that they look for. I think, weirdly, Nunez would be right at the top of that list. So, therefore, definitely give him another season and see what Slot can do with him. Right? Do you know what I mean? That's kind of where I'm at with it. And I also completely understand that all the fans who he's burnt like their head out completely and they're like, just move on type of thing. Show the tactics, please. Ready? Ready? Will Smith meme. There you go. Happy to help, Caxper. Happy to help. Reckon you'd love an Eddie Nketiah or Gavi Jesus for a lot of money so we can go and sign who we want. I don't know. Fasad Clates is back. He was there a little bit, wasn't he? Right, let's just go and do this. There we go. 8 subs. Oh, we can definitely get a few more. I can see why. I see no reason why Nunes would leave. He's a really good super sub, and if you don't start him everywhere, I don't think he wants to be a super sub, which is why he would leave, I think. But yeah, I know what you mean. I think Nunes would be successful at Liverpool if he's able to score goals. Reece, I think you're right. Also, he has scored goals, so that I guess I think you might be right there.
Oh, thank you.
John
Honestly,
Clayton 11
how many times did he hit the bench? I think he hit the bench like four times in a game, didn't he? Hello, John. Jack, can we say happy birthday to John for 2 days ago? Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the resub. How you been there? You're good. Yeah, I'm all right. Thank you, Adam. Thank you for asking. Hope you're well. Yourself. Yeah. How many times did he hit the post? Let's say 25% of those times that goes in. That's another. Each of those games is a really good game. Think about the confidence boost off that. And then the next time he gets in on goal, he won't just blast it because he'll have a bit more confidence and things. Like, all of these things snowball. We'll see. Also, football starts again every year. Like, everyone starts on at most 0 points every year. So football starts again. So he's got another chance next year. That's my favourite thing to think about nowadays. It's all good. Penref! It is. Who do you want to take this? Yeah, you don't have to win the league. Honestly, Nick, if you don't win the league, City only win the league for like a month, and then they got to win it again. It literally doesn't matter. If football starts again. Goals in him, but frustrating as hell. Well, for sure frustrating, yeah. Who do I want to take? I'm just going to make sure that I want Sousa to get some goals in him. He's a good pen taker as well. I mean, this is usually the kiss of death, isn't it? And then they miss it, but we're going to try.
Okay.
Oh, for sure. Honestly, Ollie, he had a really good spell where all of his finishes were like little side foots, really composed. He's just snatching. He's a really emotional person. And I really think if he gets a run where things just go his way, we'll see a different player. Like, think about, like, it's all form-based, isn't it? I still think he's got all the physical attributes to have this. I think we almost need to, like... He's come on leaps and bounds this year. Not the last 6 weeks where he's been awful. But he's come on leaps and bounds this year in his like build-up play and his hold-up play and on the ball and things. And I almost feel like we need to just stop letting him, like, stop making him do that. Like, we need to just get him to be running in behind. Are we talking about Darwin? We are. Just put it on a plate like Santiago Jimenez at Feyenoord, where he literally just puts things in from the 6-yard box. I think it'd be like... I mean, I know he's missed a load of those, but if you uncomplicate his game, I think so. He's so overthinking. Confidence is a massive part of it, and sometimes players don't have that personality for it. Like, if you rely on confidence, you can be unreliable, like you say. So that is a thing for sure. Like, he may never come good, but there are so many signs that he still could, isn't it? It's really annoying. Like, if you actually think, I know he should have gone round the keeper at Spurs. You know, when he had the chance and was in right at the end to make it 5. His finish is really good. And I know he should have just gone around the keeper. But imagine he went round the keeper. He'd miss, wouldn't he? Oh, when they have their spell, it is real vibes, isn't it, Nicky? You're quite right. But Vicario's save is unbelievable. Like, watch it back. It's so good. The save. And I'm like, there's another one. Like, if that just goes in... Which, if it's Gakpo, it probably just goes in. It's just, I don't know. It feels like, he does feel cursed as well as, like, it being his fault as well. I don't know. It's a really, really fascinating case. And when you're not, like, relying on him to win your titles, it would be really interesting and fun to watch. But when he's missing chances, it is a bit frustrating. But then again, lots of them. Like, the amount of chances Salah has missed in that run. Haaland been on a goal drought until recently. What, 3 games? Yeah. And then scored 4 in a game. Oh, God. Woe is me. That's the world's tiniest violin. He would do so well on a slightly smaller stage like Benfica. I see him doing great. Elsewhere, Liverpool give up on him. Oh, for sure. There's no part of me that doesn't think if we were to sell him and let him go, he'd bang in 40 and you'd be like, everyone would be going, oh, God, well, yeah, we let him go too quickly, didn't we? I don't think Darwin was a Klopp-type player to begin with, so it was odd he wanted him. Probably upset Haaland went to City. Thinks Slot could fix him, hopefully. I think there might be a bit of that, you know. I think it was like Liverpool trying to future-proof towards where they thought the game was going with... They needed to have that asset. Like, City had Haaland. You think about some of the other strikers around the world that were that profile. And he was like... In terms of the metrics, I think, in the numbers, he was the best of... Like, he was really high up in those metrics and those numbers. So maybe they wanted to just kind of get him. But yeah, it did seem like a weird fit going from Firmino to Nunes. And I wonder if that's like a Pep Lijnders move tactically. I think Lijnders had a lot of say about the tactics in the past couple of seasons. So I do wonder if that was part of it. And it didn't quite work. And then they shoved him out wide and then played him from the left and trying to get him into confidence. And it was just a lot of chopping and changing. But when they settled on it this year, he had a good spell where he looked really good and didn't quite get the run of the green, but did look really good. Souza! Same with Gravenberch, never really felt Klopp intensity. I think Gravenberch is just first season. I think Klopp really likes Gravenberch. But I think it's just first season. Think of City when they sign a player first season. I think that's what we're seeing with like Gravenberch. Because he's had real signs of real quality and then some signs where it looks like he's never played football before. How do you feel about Gakpo? I like him. I think we need to play him from the left more often. And like, again, get him to do what like he wants. Oh, thank you. Cheers. Like, get him to do like his natural game a bit more. He's been great recently. Yeah, really good. I'm afraid you have to be an instant hit unless you play for City. Yeah. Yeah, it is true. If you play for City, you can just have a season of being in the... Like, look at Guardiola. Hasn't really done much all season. Now, it's exploded and looks like the best defender in the league all of a sudden. It's like, ugh, annoying. That would look like he found out how to play football after that FA Cup loss. Yeah. Or look like he wanted... Like, he cared a bit. Because the amount of times I see him, like, running... We'd be on a break. Gakpo would have it, and there's people all around him. He just meander forward, and he's like, oh, sorry, guys. I didn't realise we were rushing. Harvey Elliott, yeah. Harvey Elliott is great. Really good footballer. And please don't pick him for England. For as long as possible. Fine by me. Carragher called him out and it became good. Like, Carragher was... I don't think it was the right thing to do. I don't really like publicly calling people out like that. But also, he wasn't wrong with what he was saying. But he just... Also, you need to run a games for these things, don't you? Grav couldn't convince at Bayern. Now at Liverpool, he wasn't a banger, and people come up with, I would like him at Arsenal. How about Grav is just not top tier football? I think you're wrong. I like Elliot. Yeah, he's really good. I like him. Monday's call out was very funny. What, Casemiro one? Yeah, yeah. That was so cutting, wasn't it? So cutting. It was funny. Like, basically, he's there and he's going, he should retire, and he's like, he's probably watching. Time to learn Arabic, Casemiro. Yeah. Keane called out Haaland. He scored 4. Thanks, Roy. Yeah. Right, we've won that. 4-0. Was it 3-0? 2-0. 2-0. We've won. We've drawn and won today. And now we've got Lazio at home. I need to rest players. These games are coming quite thick and fast. I really like Roy Keane. Also, another one. I quite like the ones who just see the human side of football. Like, Roy actually was really not... Maybe I just like people who say nice things about Klopp. But he was... I really thought it was good from like a... I know he's United, etc., but you can just put those things aside and just go, yeah, fair play. Yeah, no, I like Roy Keane. He is blockbuster, isn't he? Couldn't care less for his analysis. No, I don't think you need to. I think it's more human side though. Like, I think when he's like taking on people's characters and like calling people out, like, does he care enough and things? That's from a person who you know also, who was all about that when he was playing football. It was all about like the intensity and the motivation side of the game. You're like, actually, those are the things I want to hear him talk about. Yeah, he said he'd love to have played under Klopp, and I kind of, you can see it. Like, that would have been like a real match, wouldn't it? 2-0 up in a cup final. My left mid gets sent off to put us 2 behind for the second leg. Yes, there are two legs in a cup final. That's horrible. Roy is funny. He's a funny bloke as well, isn't he? Hello. 15 mil coming in. That'll save our financial fair play issues. Maybe. Yeah, we're in a bit of mud there. Not sure what we're going to do. We're going to leave at the end of the season. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. I never liked Keane. Can't see him play for Liverpool even under Klopp. No, he's retired, Reese. He's retired. Get out before FFP happens. Yeah, exactly. You, me? FFP issues? Me? No. No chance. Oh yeah, Leonie has been putting the VODs up, Ben. Yes, Leonie has been doing the Lord's work again, as she does. I've gone on the wrong thing. She has been popping the VODs up onto the Clates 2 channel. So if you do like to watch on YouTube, watch the VODs rather than here, they are now being put up on there. So yes, I probably should have let people know that, but they are now. I think from I can't. You went back. I think it was just from where we got to, right? But yes, they are there. Actually, I'm gonna have a look. See how many she's done. You make me feel... I know Wafia does keep trying to copyright us. I'll see if I can fix it. Is it just one so far? It's just last weekend's one. I need to try and fix it so that, you know what you can do though? Just cut all the first bit out on the like post upload editor and just have it for when it goes from there. But yeah, that's kind of the only way to do it. I might need to try and find a way so that it's not, you're doing that now, and yeah, nice. If I can try and find it so it's muted like the music, I will. But yeah, let me try and look into it. But yeah, that's got like, that's up the last Feyenoord one is up there. What is Wafia? Wafia is the greatest singing inspiration that is out there today. She didn't reply to my tweet the other day where I said, I think I said, you do you, Queen, or something like that. Is the intro transition being copyright claim? Yeah, it is every time. But you know what? She deserves it. If she wants all of the revenue, it can go to Wafia. The thing with it is that the only reason we even found Wafia bodies is because it was on the non-copyrighted Twitch playlist, and now it gets copyright claimed. So it is quite annoying. Can we get a Wafia feature on the EP? That would be great. Do you know what? She does follow me, so I could ask her to uncopyright claim it. The revenue is like 17p. She can have it. It adds up. It adds up. Bigger clubs should really look at Sander Berge. It was always... Liverpool get linked with Sander Berge every summer, and I think people's heads would fall off if they decided that that was the player to take them forward. But also, he's all right. 100% of budget Rodri. I have seen him pass it immediately to the opposition a few times for them to score when they're trying to play out from the back. That does happen. But I know what you mean. He's physically there, isn't he? 17p a day keeps the Wafia away. Yes. I think yeah. Right. Lazio. Thunderbirds ruined his career development move to Sheffield United because of the money. Yeah. It's only really Jory Seller and who's not playing very well, but I'm gonna still stick with him. Actually, we've earned 79p from the VOD. It's actually on like 500 views, isn't it? 438 views. That's all right for the Clates too. There's a whole host of really good shorts that Leonie's done as well. They'll be great. You know, when we look back over the years, we can just go back and watch some of these like years later. It's going to be really good to be able to have the VOD. So yeah, that is really cool. Vinny Jr.'s fun. Yeah, what a player. What a player. And again, from my own like narrative seeking point of view, it's lovely to see Vinicius Jr. chewing up and spitting out other defenders that people say are good at defending, so that I can say, see, it's not just Trent. Not just Trent, is it? Kimmich like was in a washing machine for the entire game. So everyone goes, wow, Walker didn't. Just shut up, is what I say to that. That's an argument with nobody there. Oh yeah, the big tall Paul one is a great short for sure. Stick of gum for Leonie to chew on while editing. Yeah, exactly. Quite clear anyway. He's been good this year, to be fair. Can't stand Vinny's antics. That seems racially incited. Never beat Reece James, the main man. Reece James didn't make it to half-time in a game. So once Reece James can play 38 minutes without cramping up, I'll give him his flowers. How's that? A lot of vinegar today, yeah. Salah to Sousa. I think he's offside anyway. He was. My narrative-making mind really wanted a replay of the Der Klassiker at Wembley just over a decade after the heartbreak. It would have been cool, wouldn't it? Still quite a fun... Like, how are we all living in this Jude Bellingham universe, by the way? What would you mean? He's moved to Real Madrid at like 19 and now he's playing his former team in the Champions League final in his first season. What do you mean? What is this? Like a kid's book? What are we seeing here? All NPCs in Jude's world. If he better go and win us the Euros then. It's Alex Hunter. It's the journey. I'm sick of it. He's offside as well. Surely, ref. Surely. It is madness, isn't it? Don't like how he acts at the corner flags to waste time at the end of games. Okay. If we don't win it, I'll hold him personally responsible. Me too. Me too. Beat Haaland, beat his old team's rivals, then beats his old team. What do you mean the sport? Sport, it is scripted also. It doesn't really matter, does it? Because like, even if Real Madrid win it, they're only champions until it starts again. You know, the qualifying rounds are like the week after the first one. So basically, it doesn't matter because football just starts again anyway. It doesn't. I really wanted to replay the journey, but I don't own 1718 digitally. Sold the disc. You can probably still get them, can't you? I never actually played the journey. I watched somebody playing for a bit. I went, this is crap. Is Kyle Walker the best man market out there right now? No. Was a rubbish story, so you save time. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to save this only champions bit for when Liverpool win the league. No. No. Yeah, good point. The journey had a boring and predictable story, but it was easy. It was fun to play. Yeah, I reckon it would have been really fun if you were like 12, but yeah. Don't slander my younger self. Yeah, I think I was just a bit too old for it. We're losing. I don't love this. Armando Broja has scored. That's annoying. We do something about... Can you do something about this, lads? That's why we play this Elias Gellert every single season. At least a few times. There's only one game today, isn't there? There's the... Although... Well, only one Prem game today. It's the Arsenal United one. Is it 4:30? Yeah, I was just thinking that, Leonie. I'm not sure what the plan is. I need to do a video, but I don't know what to do. At least prep a video that I can maybe record tomorrow. Playoffs and the 8-2 revenge. Yes. What time's playoffs start? Oh, is it 12? It is, isn't it? Why does it say the aggregate on the playoffs? Like, obviously it's 0-0. It's the first leg. Like, on the BBC website, it's like Norwich Leeds, aggregate 0-0. Obviously. They've not played a minute yet. Liverpool statistically hold a trophy for the longest period. Carabao Cup. Thank you. And that's the only time you can say that it matters if you win a trophy. That is true. United winning the Women's FA Cup today as well, hopefully. Interesting. Who are they playing? That's the real quiz. Thank you. Is Victor Gyökeres Spurs? Yeah. A good sign for Chelsea on the game? Yeah, probably. He's big, tall, strong, and fast, so he's a good sign for anybody. Yeah, we're getting battered at home by Lazio here. This is not fun. We've given away a penalty now. I don't like this. You reckon Gyökeres moves this summer? He's only been at Sporting a year, hasn't he? I'd imagine there's going to be some serious suitors for him. They might score again here. We're getting pummeled. Not to us. No, I don't think Arsenal will be in for him. I wonder what Arsenal are going to do. I think they might need to sell Jesus or Nketiah, though, to seriously move. Like, I think they've probably got a little bit of wiggle room, but spending 100 million on one player really does eat into your spending power. Apparently it's being kept under wraps, but it'll be pace. I wonder if it's Victor Osimhen then. I think there's a bit of an understanding that he leaves this summer, isn't there? Osimhen, because I feel like, who else is it? Openda? Openda's got a release clause next summer. I think Osimhen will be PSG. Would make sense. But then I think that's too expensive unless you sell Jesus and Nketiah. I just wonder how much of... I think it'll be a left winger. Yeah, maybe. Isak to Arsenal would be great. I just think he's too expensive. I know, like, Newcastle kind of, if it's big money, they would sell, I think, just because of, like, PSR things. But Osimhen is a great signing, but I can't see it. Keep promoting. Obi is farming goals in the age above him. Newcastle, Newcastle I think would do everything in their power unless it was big money, and I don't think Arsenal would. I just wonder, like, maybe they'll be fine. But the struggles that other teams are having with spending, they spent 100 million on one player last year, plus Timber, plus a couple of others. Like, they spent big last year. And then haven't won anything, which I know that's not a dig, that's a financially that is a thing. Don't necessarily think he fits playing teams that play as deep as we face. Yeah, that is true. That is true. That is such a big point, by the way. You have to sign different players if you're top 2 team, top 3 team, than if you're a top 6 team, top 8 team. Comeback might be on it. It's 3-2. Go on. Because teams play against you so differently. And that's the thing. It's like people look at like Watkins. Watkins would be awful for Liverpool, City, Arsenal. And I love him. I think he, what a season. What a play. He's done brilliantly. But he would not be good. And people would go, oh, what a waste of money. Which is why you see that. You know, when teams buy, like, say, a Watkins, and he goes to one of those teams and then isn't as good as he was at the team before, it's because of that. Next season, like, quite easily, it probably won't, because I don't know if they would change, but teams might play differently against Aston Villa next year, and suddenly Watkins doesn't score as many goals. Tony be the same, yeah. There's not, like, that is not me taking away anything that Watkins has done this year. I think he's done brilliantly. What a player. And, like, great finisher, etc. Great. Tucked in shirt Mateta and he'll be fine. That's true. That is the one. That is the one. Go on. Oh, I thought we were going to get an equaliser. This could still be. That's well over. Got 3 to play with 3-0 down. Go for it, lads. One highlight. We got a highlight. Oh, Leao will be great, yeah. Just ran out of possession. Yeah. Yeah, well, who do you think then? Like maybe you buy like a Bakayoko from PSV or something like that, like a winger type thing like that. Maybe Elise. Maybe go on, Salah, go on. Yes! What are you looking at? Who's offside? Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Could be a 3-0 comeback. No! Who's offside? Sousa. That seems harsh. It doesn't even hit him. That seems so harsh. Interfering with play. He's not... I mean, that seems harsh. It's just, that's like coded, isn't it? That seems harsh. They said how much we make off the fringes, which includes the 3 left backs. Yeah, exactly. I think they'll just need to... We'll see who they can sell, and then that'll probably dictate which player they can bring in, yeah. Ref blew the whistle before the ball was kicked, did he? Anyway, we've lost. We really should have come back there. That was quite fun for a bit, wasn't it? Oh, well. We weren't good enough, even though, I mean, we literally nearly came back, but still. Yeah, what in the Wolves VAR? Whoever Michael Edwards wants, Michael Edwards gets. I'm quite intrigued about what they're going to do. I think heads are going to fall off. I think people are going to criticise, but I'm just hoping they can just do the magic they can do. Arsenal we can save them complex will no doubt come out in it though. Oh, that's a Liverpool thing as well. But that's value. That is genuinely where you find value in the market, is the players that are at their lowest ebb, sign them and bring them back to their potential. Kai Havertz. what Liverpool do, that's where you find value, and it works. Like, you just have to be confident that you can fix them. And people will hate it at the time. Mo Salah, the exact same thing. Like, we've saved every player so far. Yeah, yeah, I guess. Zinchenko, I feel like has been a miss. But yeah, I think Zinchenko actually slowed you down. But pretty much, yeah. Everything indicates Mbappe will go to Madrid, but what if I show speed comment on Mbappe's... What? I will say, I'm not so au fait with I show speed's comments on social media, so I don't know.
Follow me.
I would say we saved him for the time we needed him. We just no longer need him. Yeah, maybe. Again, also, I'm coming at it from a Liverpool specific point of view, and he was always your worst player by a long shot every time we played you. Like the quite clear weakest link type of thing. So maybe that's where I'm like basing most of it on. What about City? What for what? For Mbappe. Mbappe's going to Real Madrid. Just is, isn't he? DJ Watto, hope you're good. Zinchenko? What do you mean, what about him? Yeah, Nicky. It's very true. Very true. Again, that's always my argument as well. When people slate a fullback, it's like, well, we could also quite easily just give this to a bit of credit. Like, that is literally the job of the winger as well, isn't it? When he played for City against Liverpool, yeah, he was also quite bad then. Is it the same thing? He'd usually play against Salah, and Salah plays better in those games, didn't he? So, yeah. What numbers do you think Mbappe would do in the Prem? I reckon he'd get at least 10. I reckon. Ollie would get 11, but Mbappe would get 10. At least. Why have we got this little goblin? Why does it feel appropriate? All right, Nijmegen. I have not rested. He's no Slanky. Yeah. What, Ollie or Mbappe? Transfer goblin, yeah. I think he gets 40 goals, assists in the Prem easy. I don't know. Would never win the Golden Boot. Would be disrespectful to the establishment. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure. Mbappe would make Haaland look like a League 2 player. Oh. We just got 15 mil. Lovely. This was big money we got for him. So does that get added onto here? 56 million, look.
Kakota _
He played 13 times.
X44. I'm a Gemini, and she's a Scorpio, but that don't cross our minds when we on that cardio.
Thank you very much for singing along to cardio. It's tier 2 as well. 44 months, Kakota. Legend. Thank you very much, my friend. Only been a bit mid since returning is fun, isn't it? Yeah. He like actually came back and was really good for the first couple of games, wasn't he? And then a bit rubbish. So, weirdly, I was having a think about if Liverpool moved on Nunez, I could see a world where Tony came in. I don't think they will. I just think that's like speculative. But I could actually see a world where you like bring in a Tony. I just think he's a Liverpool fan as well, isn't he? I just feel there's a like weird little thing, and I think his value would be really low. He feels quite Spurs, but I think Liverpool and Spurs, in a weird way, shop in quite similar markets. Just put a bet on it. I'd ask him first, obviously. In a weird way, Liverpool and Spurs always go up against one another for the same players. Liverpool get some of them and they do really well. Spurs get the ones that Liverpool don't get and they're rubbish. Like that is it's a thing. It's a thing. But yeah. You're a bit tired, so let's rest you. We'll do Heredia. Eight subs. That'll do. For this reason, I backed myself to score more than Mbappe for City. Yeah. 44 months must be close to day one. What's Leonie's? How many months is yours? Yours is 52. So I reckon there's like a few months before that. So I think we're at like 55 or something. Maybe a bit more. Stream for a bit with obviously, you know, not so many subs. Yeah, not far off though. Big man's got the longest. Yeah, we need to find out what Ash's is. Because he's got the longest sub. He was the, I think he was the very... Was he the very first? He might be the very first. We do need to do some more sub badges. We do. A nice ball in, wasn't it? We're in our white kit today. We don't usually wear this. You got some ideas? Okay. Okie dokie. Yeah, we need to do a refresh of everything, really. I kind of want to, like... We should do, like, a big stream refresh. Change all the graphics and the resub things. And, like, go through the sounds properly and do things. How you doing, gambling? Welcome in. We could do stuff related to what we were talking about last week. What were we talking about last week? Yes. We're losing to Nijmegen. What's going on? That is gave birth. Yes. That is the origin story. Yes. Leonie, you joined... What stream was it? It was a 12-hour or something, wasn't it? Christ, Ollie. Yep. Came into the stream on a random Friday night. The next day was 12-hour 500 sub special stream. Yeah. Was it 500 sub? 500 follower, wasn't it? It was like early. We did a 12-hour. You know when we start to get sneak peeks into FM25 FM greatest? I have no idea. No idea. I've genuinely not heard anything. We've not had like... We haven't had an event or anything, so no. I genuinely don't know anything. And the rest is history, it is. We might go 2-0 down here. We're going to lose to... No, we're not. He's missed. Why did Hakimi take the free kick in the semi-final instead of Mbappe? Like, I knew it was going to be a terrible free kick when I saw him stand over. Maybe he's better at free kicks than Mbappe. Nice, Lawless. That's very cool. I did apply for Europa League final tickets, obviously. I didn't get one. I think I put on my thing saying, if Liverpool weren't there, I'm all right. So, yeah. Is it confirmed? There will be an FM25, yes. I'll confirm it for you. FM25 save will be fun. Yeah, I'm excited for that. We've got a really cool, different idea for what we're going to do for FM25. Yeah, I think it'll be a good one. I like the idea of doing it. Yep. My friend is in charge of the Welsh League women's database for FM25. Nice. We've equalised, by the way. Sousa. Got offered to the chance to go through the FAI for the Champions League. 480 quid a ticket. Woof. Yeah, if it wasn't like... If there was like a team... If your team that you supported was in it, maybe, but you know. I'm making sure everyone knows Mbappe hasn't scored a free kick for PSG. I was going to say. Weird. He doesn't look like a player who'd be decent at free kicks at all, to me. Guerrieri. Go on then. Heredia. Blocked. Europa $100. Euros, which seems well worth it. Yeah. The fact that Women's Welsh League is in promising for the number of leagues. That is really true, yeah. Because you are a bit worried that they might go kind of like surface level with it. But yeah, if they don't go in that far down, that's very cool, yeah. That far down, but like doing the Welsh League, etc. Yeah, fair enough, Quantify. That is true. Right, let's do subs. We need to try and win this away from home. We are quite tired. Murillo on. Barras did almost score the equaliser, but was offside. Jewelry sellers coming on. What skin do you use? Exclamation mark skin, Max. You still haven't scored a free kick since September 2021. Nice. Get yourself a Trent. He loves them. He loves them. Keep this attack going then. 8 minutes to play. Heredia. Was it Xhaka who got the last one for Arsenal? It's gone in! It's Murillo off the bench. I think it was deflected. We've turned it around. We're winning. Presuming it was him. It was Erdegaard, was it? Okay. Burnley. Right, 5 to... Okay, don't you dare go and concede now. Don't you dare. Oh, by the way, we stayed at like a B&B on Friday night. So we went home. I drove back up to Hereford after work on Friday. Kat was in Devon, so I picked her up in Cheltenham, like met in the middle. And then we stayed in this B&B of this old like abbey house. It's called like an old manor house, sorry. And 100% haunted. It was terrifying. So we went to the pub for John's birthday. Came back at like... We got in at like 12:30 or something. I think we were the only ones staying in this place. So the woman there gave us a key for like a side door in this massive like country house. It was like, come up those and go up this staircase, blah, blah, blah. And then you don't have to like come through the main door. You couldn't pay me to stay somewhere like that. Well, options were limited and it was cheap. And it came with breakfast. All of these things, I was like, yeah, we'll go for that. It was so weird. We scored again, get in. But we came in, we had Lenny, went in through this door. First of all, we couldn't find the door. We were like, which door is it? Because there were all these massive, like, big wooden doors, like, huge. We're like, I don't want to start opening it. It's so loud because I was like, I don't know if they stay in the house as well or if it's just us. Anyway, found the door eventually, went in, like, dark corridors. But as you walk down, they had, like, these plug-in, like, in the plugs were, like, these little torches. Like electric one, like battery ones that obviously charged there. But as you walked past, they were motion detected. So they would light up. There was like walking on the corridor and it was lighting up as you went through. I was like, that just adds to the creepiness. Then, a win's a win. And then got upstairs, got to the room, and Lenny just like stares at the door. And I was like, what's he doing? I took him off the lead because I was like, oh, just go into the room now. And he just sprinted down this like pitch black corridor all the way to the end. Like, he doesn't do that anyway. But have you seen the video of the French bulldog that is in the hotel corridor and that he just goes back and forth and he's sprinting up and down? Probably haven't, because I think that's very much my algorithm talking there. But he just sprinted to the end and then was staring back. And then where one of these torches was on, I could just see his eyes. I was like, what is he doing? Kat was like, you better go get him. I was like, I don't want to get him. Went down, go and get him. And as soon as I got there, he sprinted away down the stairs and ran away from me. So I had to go all the way downstairs in this pitch black, horrible old country house and pick him up and bring him back up. And I was like, yeah, it's definitely haunted. He's seen a ghost or something. Anyway, didn't die. So, and breakfast was really nice. So there is that. Possessed dog. It was weird. Very weird. That's my PSG manager. There he is. There he is. Where is he? PSG's not going to find it, is it? Brilliant. Harris SG. You think your dog's possessed? Nice. There he is. That's how he's looking at me. He was at the end of the hall looking like this. Evan Ferguson and Mbappe up front. That's fun, isn't it? And then this guy called Ivanov. Nice. That darn thing barely stays still. Yeah, fair. Darn thing. We left a review on TripAdvisor. Oh, yeah. It was on Airbnb. Left a very nice review. Didn't mention the ghosts. But I wanted to make sure she left me a good review. So, you know. He's lost the league game, has he? What's wrong with him? He's lost his touch. I think you need to go to France to battle Lenny. I'm not sure. That team looked very good. Musiala was there as well, was he? Go on then. Ultra Gaming has scored 13 seconds into the match for Borussia Mönchengladbach. The new record. Very good physicals for Beyond. Having a good time in Germany. Schalke to Wolfsburg to Gladbach. It's the fear the ghost rattled him. I think it is, yeah. Oh, my scouting is finished on these players. That's good. How's Pat Painter doing? Does he still have a release clause? 17 mil. That's probably worth. He's still listed as a wonder kid. 5'1" feels accurate. Yep. Yeah, these are all quite good. Oh, it's Tobes and Will Booty. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. It's mountain. Hold on then. 17th painter looks cheap. Yeah, it does. It does. That's actually gone up. I think it was like 10. I probably should have done it, shouldn't I? Kat made an iced coffee, so I need to drink it. She just shouted saying, don't forget. PSG always becomes some insane, disgusting team. I never want to be within 3 teams of in a bracket in FM. Yeah. They're the type as well that you could have a really good first leg against in the Champions League, win 3-0, but you know that they're going to beat you 4-0 in the second leg. Oh, Sellers homegrown now. That's nice. Homegrown in Nation. That's good because we can actually use that. I think he's going to be good still. I know I keep saying this. I'm going to stick with him. Have you watched Pirates of the Caribbean yet? No. Although we were playing a game the other night where you have to say a person, like an actor in a film, and then say whether they're older than you. You start with Will Smith in Men in Black 1, and you have to try and say the name of an actor in a film, and you all have to decide whether they're older or younger when that film was filmed. So, and then you go with the next one and move on to the next one and things. So, someone did do Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean as one of them. It was probably Kat. Oh, leave me alone. Just checked. I've not opened FM since early Feb, but I still don't think I've won the league yet. Nice. Nice. Love how my question part was ignored. Was there a question? Oh, how is FM meant to code the intangibles of PSG having a good team? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they can they? That's sort of it. They can't add in some type of like bottle job gene in the players. We haven't got a game in ages. 13 days. We're only in September. Managing PSG is autopilot. Yeah, it kind of is, isn't it? Kind of is. Okay, finally, Wiedemann can actually speak Dutch now. Maybe he'll be even better. Yeah, we had money left. Look, we had 36 mil left. Oh, no, I think 15 of that maybe has come from... Some of that money must have come from the sale of... or the... What's it face? The Tobias thing. September 3-week international break. How I hate you. Is that what it is it? Yeah, fair enough. You're a movie producer, so it's probably unfair to the other contestants. That's true, Copperstan. Yeah. That is true. New team stat next to owner sugar daddy status heritage, which can be increased over time and improves chances of winning big games. This would be a bad addition. Yeah. Just feels like harder to beat those teams though, but maybe. I think there is something in it where it's like the big game thing that you have to kind of establish yourself as a big team to start winning those games. But I feel like that kind of does exist in the game anyway. Like when you first start getting to the Champions League, maybe it's just a quality thing, but I feel like even though your team's better, you still lose some of those games when you play against like a big team. You're just not allowed to ever beat Real Madrid. Yeah, that was what it would become, wouldn't it? But I still feel like that does exist a little bit anyway. Also, that is real life, so maybe that's it. Yeah, ages. 10 days. 19 players on international duty. We are... I mean, luckily they're all on international duty because we're doing endurance, quickness, endurance. We're doing a lot of endurance training here. James the Bad Gamer has put his issues behind him and requested to be removed from the transfer list. Okay. Well, Aguiar's been called up. That's nice. He's already got caps. Man City want him. Hello, the money. Why is his value so low? We've got 4 years left and Man City want him. I thought it'd be higher than that. Beat Man City is very tricky in FM and real life. I'm cool with it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's annoying when you're trying to beat them, but that is realistic, isn't it? Ooh, football's about to kick off, isn't it? I might that'll be on Sky though, won't it? Are they both being played at the same time? No, 2:15 for the West Brom Southampton game. Just get a Saudi oiler on the board and you'll beat Man City by buying all the players. That would help, yeah. Yeah, no spoilers for the City game. Not City game? Why have I said that? It's because we're talking about City. For the Leeds Norwich game. Oh, hang on. Pat Painter just signed the new contract. That means, I assume, he doesn't have a release clause anymore. How can I find that? Oh, God, go away. I reckon they've just got rid of his release clause anyway. So that might be that. Still failing FFP after the clause. Yeah, I think we have to make 80 million or something. But it's still only because of the projection, which won't be the case anyway. We still might be fine. They've put it up to 23 million or 22.5. Still not even... Surely you try and increase it by more. I guess he's asking for it. Norwich and Atletico Madrid want him. Okay. But like a grand total of like 5 games were played on stream and 90 min still feels like a substantial stream though. That's very good. We've actually played 4. But this is good going. This is speedy. We're not here for the games though, are we? I don't think I was even watching the games. Don't bring me down. Have you been here before? What with the... Yeah, it is very much standard. I think leave him this time, then sign him the next club. Yeah, I think so. We are quantify, yes. Right, Utrecht. Let's get to this game. Yeah, you've been here before. Mainly a YouTube watcher, fair. We do more games than that, yeah. Now we chill. We have a chat. Sometimes we play some FM. That's what we do in our streams. Good. We had a lot to catch up on. We didn't stream last weekend, did we? I'm also not going to be able to stream next Sunday, but I will stream next Saturday. So there is that, because I'm doing the run-in on Sunday. Thoughts on Jimmy Anderson finally retiring? I didn't know he was, but legend. His England career is older than my brother who's at uni now. That's mad, isn't it? What a legend. I didn't know, but I didn't know he's retiring. Yeah, he's quite old now. What other news have we had? I'm going to go on BBC News. What else is there that's happened? I feel like I've been a bit like cut off from it. Is there a good atmosphere at this Norwich game? I love the playoffs. Playoffs are fun to watch. I kind of want to watch this game, but I'll watch some of it. City are good. There's some cutting news for you, everybody. City are good. They won that game quite easily, didn't they? He needs 13 wickets in his last game to finish with 1,000 wickets for England. I reckon he'll do it easy then. Oh, Ronald's got a Columbia cap. He's got 3 caps. What are you on about? Oh, he scored his first goals. Well done. Oh, and Sosa's back. Nice. That's made this break worth it then. We've got our main man back. There he is. Sosa. I think I skipped a couple of press conferences earlier. That's not good enough. I hope it hasn't... Who's that? Luis Etundi. Yeah, he is quite good. I feel so old. I remember watching Jimmy playing for a local cricket team when he was 16 through the gap in the Turf Moor Stadium. Wow, Digital Dog. That's cool. That's something like your granddad says. You must be old. Oh, we've gone up again. We're up to 85 again. I wonder if that's because we played in the Champions League. It probably is, isn't it? We did, when we came to Feyenoord, go to 80%, and this went to 4 stars. We're back up to 4.5. That's good. And also, don't worry about the press conferences, because we're still at 100 for media handling. We're all good. He's gone up yet. Still not great attributes, is it? And then he's still a rival. We've got a 68% win percentage. We're quite good. I feel like most of these aren't necessary. But there we go. That is impressive, isn't it? Yeah. Down by the schoolyard. I'm really annoyed that Forest aren't going to go down. Guess we can beat them next year though. That'll be good, won't it? There's some buzz about him even then. Yeah. That's cool. That is cool. All right. Utrecht, we're back in business. They're knackered, even though I guess it's international duty. Even though we've not played in a week or 10 days, we've still got tired players. That's fun, isn't it? Let's play Maria. Oh, Maria's tired anyway. Sosa's back, isn't he? But he's not fully fit. I might play him on the bench to start with. Remember when he started, he was a lot more about raw speed than swing. Changed his action, his silly haircut, and the rest is history. Did he have like highlights? I feel like that sounds like the type of haircut he would have had. Isn't it sad when like beloved sportsmen of your like when you're growing up that you really like become like old and like knobheads? Isn't that sad? Kevin Peterson, for example. Like Matt Letizia. It is sad, isn't it? I wish they would just like fade off into obscurity, please. Don't ruin all of those years of like sport fandom, which is such an integral part of your life, of like watching these people. Peterson was maybe always a knobhead, but what an entertainer, what a cricketer, etc. And then they just like, stop talking, lads. Stop talking. They can go down next year with Leicester and team that's annoying next year. Yeah. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, Nicky. Oh, he had highlights. I feel like I've seen him with his highlights, actually, Jimmy Anderson. Yeah. Who else has become a knobhead in old age? Also, I don't mind what's his face. Parrish. Is that his name or is it the other one? But his take on Mo Salah is just racist, I think. Like, that's all. It's the only thing that can explain it. Simon Jordan, that's him. Sorry, yeah, Jordan. I always get those two confused. I think it's the Palace link. Like, I think he speaks like, I don't agree with him, but I think he speaks, he puts together a point of view that I'm like, I can see why you think that, even if I don't agree. With the Mo Salah thing, I just think you just hate, you just hate Arabic people and like, surely, like... when everything came out about Giggs after he retired, not great. Yeah, Giggs, just sad, isn't it? O'Hara and Agbonlahor. No, O'Hara and Agbonlahor talk about football and talk about things in the exact way that I thought O'Hara and Agbonlahor would talk about things when they were players. So, no great surprises there. And sort of like, I didn't think they were also crap. I don't know. I'm always disappointed when I see Scholes on the TV, such a grumpy, boring bloke. I don't think he looked like the most... I don't mind Scholes. He's a bit grumpy and he's a bit odd. Like, I don't think he's I don't think he's a personality, which is sort of the thing. Like, why is he on TV? Yeah, they're not knobs, they're just dumb. I think, yeah, you're right. Oh, John Cleese, massive one. Yeah. Stop talking. You're like, not sport related, but so true, isn't it? I don't want to hear your bigoted and like stupid views, you stupid old man. Scholes loves toes, he does. J.K. Rowling. Yeah, I mean, not a fan, but also I wasn't like... I guess that is disappointing because like you grow up with the books and things. I get, yeah, maybe she's a good example of it. But you're also a knobhead. I don't know why don't get the respect he deserve. I know why people don't appreciate what he done. Who's that about? Did you see Warnock's interview talking about Rafa recently? Yeah, no, that seemed a bit like, I get it, mate. I'll put like, woe is me. He's like, I missed out on 200k. I was like, you were a third choice left back though. That's sort of football. I know Rafa rubbed people up the wrong way, but also that was sort of his job, wasn't it? Like all he did was didn't pick you, Steve. Like that was a bit odd. Didn't like that either. But I also think he didn't really get the reaction that he thought he was going to get for that either, did he? Mo don't get the respect. No, he's not. He's just not the golden boy. He's great. What a player. We're 4-0 up. We are 4-0 up at half time. It's gone very well. Sousa, Gurrieri, Penn, Rugland with 2. I can bring Sosa on for a nice little easy second half here. Let's give him 40. Sorry, 35. Let's do Rugland in the middle and we'll put Sosa on the right. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. The thing that got me was like, I missed out on 200 grand because of that. I was like, oh no. Like, you're a footballer. But yeah, whatever. My generation sucks. Our slackerism has turned a bunch of people into right-wing nihilists and jerkwads who believe they've earned it. That is the thing. Give people a platform and they just think they'll start talking. It's sometimes you're like, oh, don't, please. What confused me is Allardyce's Bolton team hardly had a British player, so how can he be so Brexity about football? I don't know if I've heard Allardyce talk about football for a long time, but he was kind of like cutting edge at the time, was Allardyce, with the players he was bringing to Bolton, wasn't he? Dyche is the man Big Sam thinks he is, yeah. At least Dyche seems like a good bloke, doesn't he? I like Sean Dyche. What a goal that is, by the way. Nassam Wansile, get in. That's when he was young at that point. 200k is quite a bit. Yeah, but he's not young anymore, is he? So, like, coming out and doing interviews just seems a bit off with me. You're probably right, though. Maybe it's not as bad as you think. Dyche Curry clip is iconic. It is good, isn't it? Pav does hate Dyche. He does. I like him. Yeah, Barton. People should stop mentioning Joe Barton. Stop reacting to Joe Barton and pretend Joe Barton doesn't exist. Like the little worm that he is. You know? There's an interview his whole career, not just that. Yeah. All right. You convinced me. He's all right. We can't gloss over that goal. It was a good goal, wasn't it? It probably deserves a bit more than it was all right, wasn't it? Let's bring Ronald on. I'm going to take him off. Let's do Kundas on. I'm going to bring the 16-year-old centre-back on for a debut, because why not? The best Dyche one is the one just resurfaced, the whole lookalikes. I don't think I've seen that one. You've met Dyche, he's just a normal bloke who loves a pub. Nice. I could absolutely picture that. Gurrieri. Should have scored. What he said about Gary Neville was funny. I don't think it was. I know, I don't like Gary Neville, but also I was like, why are you so upset? I don't really like anyone just being a knobhead about anyone for no reason. Why are you so upset about Gary Neville now all of a sudden? Like, I don't think it's funny just to be a dick to someone. I don't know, maybe I'm in the... Can't just pick and choose, like, I don't like this person either, so he's right. I didn't find it particularly funny. I'll tell you what I disagree with a lot of public opinion on, by the way. That clip of the City fans doing the Poznan and Noel Gallagher standing just still not doing it is iconic. And I hate Noel Gallagher. I think he's an arrogant Tory knobhead. But everyone going too cool for the Poznan, blah, 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 and slating him for it. That is so on brand. It's class. All right? And I hate all of them. But that is class. 6 minutes, so don't watch it now, but it's pure brilliance. Oh, is this the Dyche thing? He knows it looks unreal. That's it, isn't it? He's like, this is going to look class. It's just the self-awareness of that as well. Like, obviously, like, his whole persona is a persona, isn't it? Like, he deliberately says these things to wind people up because he's like, Love it. Someone said Gallagher has his next album cover sorted. It's iconic. It would make a great Facebook cover photo. I think that's what he's going for. He strikes me as the person who still uses Facebook and updates his cover photo quite often. He's in all sorts of groups. My friend texted me the other day showing me what a group that he's in, which is the local town he lives in. So let's call it Mesami, just for non-doxing reasons. And he's in the Masami Reptile Owners Group. And guess how many people are in that group? 10. He's in a Facebook group with 10 people who also own reptiles in that town. I just thought, you are old. You are old. As a kid, I thought Richard Keys and Andy Gray were great. As I got older, I realised how horrid they are. Oh, they're horrid, but also I think they've become more and more horrid, by the way. I know that they didn't say great things and they weren't nice people then. But also there is a real, even now still, and they are knobheads, there's still an air of nostalgia attached to that. Like that was glory, like the glory days of like watching football. Like Andy Gray's commentary in those days was so like unbelievable, like so much nostalgia attached to it. He was iconic for a while as a commentator, and obviously now he's just like a angry old man, isn't he? Peak. It was so good. Like Richard Keys talking in the studio, I'd like loved it, but maybe also because you're a young impressionable like kid watching it then, and you're like, wow, I love football's amazing, isn't it? And then probably that, but yeah, maybe you're right, and just as you get older you realize how horrid they were. Kenny Miller on comms yesterday was the first time I've heard a commentator need half time. His head was so gone. Nice. Nostalgia does play a part, doesn't it? I just also like, I've with Sky BT the other day watching the Madrid. It was the Madrid game, and they kept going to flipping Rio Ferdinand, and I can't stand that man. And he offers nothing, like nothing, doesn't talk properly, offers nothing, and does it with an air of as if he's an expert. It really grinds my gears. Idiot. There you go. Stop saying words like murked. Like 45. Bruv. Stop saying bruv. I sound very old man shouts at Cloud right there, don't I? Did you see the video of him not stepping on the Madrid badge? He's a knobhead, isn't he? He's the type of bloke you're like, oh god. Imagine you sat in the pub, right? And then he's like one of your mates, and he comes and sits down and you'd be like, oh why is he here? Not as bad as Robbie Savage, also employed by that company. About on the same level as actually he's worse than. Then you got Steve McManaman giving you half of the chat. Why am I listening to this? Skin crawling stuff, yeah. Oh yeah, PLL. He's an awful human as well, which doesn't help, does it? Yeah, BT is in the doldrums of broadcasting, and I quite like what's his face, Darren. I just call him Darren. What's his name? Darren, the main, like, Fletch. Oh, God. But that just reminds me of then McManaman saying, I don't know, Fletch. Shut up. Hargreaves in the studio. I don't mind Hargreaves. He's a bit boring, but he's all right. But yeah, get rid of all them. All of them. Darren, the main man, Fletch. Night like these, Fletcher. Yeah. At least Jake Humphries isn't there anymore. That's true. Sky Sports clear from a totally non-biased perspective. Love Sky Sports. Yeah. Don't get me started on Owen. Owen is not as bad as the other ones. Keown's awful. Keown is awful. Every word he says, I'm like, nah, I don't agree with that. And they're so forthright with everything they say. They don't say things like, I actually think this. Although, yeah. We can talk about this and you can have different opinions. It's like, no, I am right. Shut up. At this point, get rid of it and let's have a CBS. Yeah. Anyway, it's just a bit depressing, isn't it, really? 45 minutes for Sosa. All right, we won't give you a start. Let's give Ronald a start. Having a CBS stream as a saviour, yeah. I don't like Fletch because he ruins iconic moments by questioning it all the time. Can you believe it does it? I see, now you've said that, I'm going to just... I've not noticed it, but you notice these things, don't you? Oh, yeah, Owen should talk more. Owen talking about finishing, genuinely insightful. He's just also, though, why is he in football? Like, you need a bit of charisma. You need to be entertaining and knowledgeable. So let's just say those are two things. Entertaining, knowledgeable. Like, the fact that Paul Scholes is on the TV, clearly lacking in one of them. Like, can we have both? Like, is that so much to ask? Like, you don't need to have played at the very, very top. Why is Joe Cole one of their go-to guys? I know. Honestly, I find it truly baffling. All I can think of is that they've got really low expectations of what their audience is and what they think their audience can understand, which I think is a really old point of view. I think in the social media age, the audience watching football is way, way, way more knowledgeable than the big executives give credit for. Like, I think they think we are dopes watching this football who don't really understand anything, and then you need someone talking really, really simply to be able to explain what's going on, and they think we like the everyman of like a Joe Cole, and I just don't think it's true. Like, obviously some of the audience is that, but I think the vast majority, not vast majority, but a huge proportion is just not that anymore. That was close. Such a good chance to refresh themselves with the rebrand and just didn't. Yeah. Especially when they bring in people like James Horncastle to go and then talk about Atalanta. I'm like, can you not see this? Can you not see that this is so much better? Gotten to the point where I don't watch any of the Punditry before or after games. Doesn't seem like any point. Gets to the point where you shouldn't even listen to the commentary, I don't think. You will have a very different... If you watch the game without the commentary, I promise you, you'd have a very different opinion about how the game is going, because they're so reactive. Maybe this has always been the case, and maybe this is as you get older, you have like a better understanding of things anyway. But like watching games like some of Liverpool's first halves, it goes in at 0-0 and everyone's heads are falling off as a fan. But a lot of it's driven by the fact that the commentators are going, like, building up any chance the opposition has and talking about how many missed chances there are and how it's doomsday. And when really it's just a normal game of football. And like, if you watched it without commentary, you would have a very different point of view rather than like listening to their narrative that they're spinning towards you. I watch quite a lot because whenever it gets to a point really, really often where Neville will start grating on me specifically, not because like, I don't even dislike him that much, but because he decided that he's got a narrative that he's going to spin and I just don't agree with it. I don't think it's what I'm seeing with my eyes, but like any little thing is building into it. So I just turn it off and then I'm like, yeah, this is much better. Because football is not, the commentators are not part of football. Like the football game is a thing in itself. Listen to music normally. Yeah, I have music on and sound off. Would love to have the match and stadium sound. I think that should be a thing. Or like people could like, you just take it back to basics where it's like radio commentary or something where it's a lot of opinions built in, which I don't know. I think that's the product they've created now, isn't it? Rather than like listen to it on the radio and there's none of that. It's just because there's so much of description. They're just calling what they see. Radio commentaries. I love listening to football on the radio, by the way. If it helps, I find most Norwegian commentators are clueless more often than not. I wonder if it's just because that's what the product of football is, though. It's that, like, on TV, it has to be that now, and that's the product that people expect to see. And they'd find it boring. Like, a certain demographic would find it boring if it was just seeing it, calling it as it is, rather than, you know, building into things. I don't listen to TalkSport. It's usually, like, 5 Live is the commentary I used to always listen to. With, who was the guy? It wasn't John Murray, I don't think. Maybe it was. But like back in the day when games weren't always on TV and you couldn't just watch every game, I used to listen to loads of Liverpool on the radio. Oh, the cricket on the radio is lovely. Yeah, the Ashes. Oh, that is a good time. I remember going around the safari park listening to the Ashes on a radio, like a handheld radio. It wasn't even on the car radio once. That was love. What a day. Now, Alan Green, I think it was. I think it was Alan Green Digital, yeah. We're 2-0 up. We're 10 to play. I should bring on Sosa, shouldn't I? They're going to score here. They've hit the post a lot in this game. I listen to radio every Sunday as I like to be outside. I feel like that's the type of thing that as I get older, I'll do more of. I used to like listening to the Hereford games on the radio. Should probably start doing that again. What was I doing? I was wanting to bring him on up front. Sosa can play striker for a minute. 10. Yeah, there's something about listening to the radio, not quite knowing what's happening, but then like the voice is getting more and more excited, and then you just hear the shout and the crowd when there's a goal gone in. That is beautiful, and it's quite amazing the art of radio commentary and how well it can tell the story of what is happening. Because you then go and watch the game on Match of the Day in the evening, and you know what the goal's like, even though you've not seen it. It's like there's a real art to that. It's really impressive, and it's kind of like football boiled down into what I love about it. Yeah. So many co-commenters talk about Burley Brown being solid at the back. This is knowledge 2 years out of date. It is, and it's like it's just base everything off that then. And you're watching it as somebody who, like, a fan of that team, for example. You're going, not true. It's not true. And then they keep going back to it. You're like, it's not true. Yeah. I don't want to watch football being frustrated with the commentators. I want to watch football, like, in awe of what I'm seeing. Must be so much worse for anyone outside the top 6. Oh, it really must be. Yeah. It must be. So much like subconscious bias and things in these things as well. Just like calling them like the little team all the time. So it must be so much worse. Because they also have no knowledge on those things, do they? Like they just don't know about those teams because it's not the big teams. Oh no, exactly that, BW. But there's like a flip side of it. Is also frustrating where they won't give Liverpool credit because it's expected. You see what, like, that's equally frustrating. It's like, oh no, like they did win the game. They were quite good there, but they were like, oh, but they missed these chances. It's like, no, they seem to find a way to frustrate everybody. I completely get it. Yeah. I don't think it's subconscious. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. Yeah. Like Palace have been brilliant. So let's talk about United. Well, it's exactly the Everton Liverpool game, the derby. Everton were just brilliant. I outplayed Liverpool, and it's all about how Liverpool are so bad. I was like, no. Like, this is the one time you get to talk about Everton turning up and executing a perfect game plan and doing everything right and winning a game. Talk about that. And I'm a Liverpool fan. Talk about that. Always on the bigger team. Yeah. From that point of view, it's from that perspective, isn't it? Beat Arsenal, they were interviewing Martinez and Watkins afterwards, asking them questions about Arteta and Arsenal. I find it crazy, yeah. Oh, look. Gene came second in the World Under-21 Footballer of the Year, and Gurrieri has come first. And I've scouted this guy as well. That's fun. Doesn't do justice to Dyche plan against a great manager team that worked perfectly. Exactly. Like, perfectly executed as well. Didn't need to be reminded about that game, no. I didn't need to remind myself of the Everton game, to be honest. Exactly the same. How is Gene doing at Liverpool? Wow. Look at his transfer value. Is he playing? He's not even playing. I'll have him back. We'll have him back. Brian Clough famously said there was too much hot air football coverage 50 years ago. Imagine what he would say about it now. Because there's now social media as well. I need to see if Jury Seller's training nicely. He wasn't on there. He is good. How's the first 25 minutes been of this Norwich Leeds game? What's the score, first and foremost? Are you still getting better? Balance has gone down. 2 jumping reach. He's wanted by Norwich. Why are Norwich in for everybody? Norwich, like, They're 14th in the Prem. Why are they suddenly... They've got Diniz. That's quite a fun appointment, isn't it? They're not in good form. They've lost the last 5. Why are they in... They must have like... Have they got like a takeover or something? Why are they linked to all of our players? They are okay finances. So no is the answer. Good vibration. Josh Sargent having a testimonial. What? What does that mean? 4 shots for Norwich, 2 for Leeds. Norwich on top? First 25 then, maybe? Top 3 worst football commentary content personalities, TV or internet or whatever. All right, chat. Who is... Let's bring it down to 1 and we can make a top 3. When you were looking at Norwich games... Oh, Josh Sargent was having a testimonial, was he? I thought he meant in real life. I was like, all right. Yeah, in 1... Let's do 1. Who is your number 1 worst pundit, commentator? Just the top worst one. Mine's Rio Ferdinand. I also think I just despise the bloke. Savage, Ferdinand, Agbon, Lahore, Latis. Oh yeah, Sargent testimonial. He's still there. Fair play to him. He's done brilliantly. I'm really glad people I really strongly appreciate the opinion of also say the same and say Rio. So that makes me feel good. Well done, everyone. Like some views that I actually really appreciate also saying Rio Ferdinand. Good. I'm glad we're on the same page. Let's play. Still 45. Why is he not coming back? Online Makola. I don't ever engage with anything that Adam Makola says, to be honest. I just don't mind him, but I don't read or see what he says. Who's that knobhead on the United one who said about Munich? Because he's probably the worst one there. Because he's hateful. Him. Stephen Howson. He's hateful. Like, he's a C-U-N-T of a bloke. I think that's the best word. He's hateful. So, him. Basically anyone from that channel, yeah. Also, isn't Rio Ferdinand like affiliated with him in some sort of way? Like they did something together. So yeah, there you go. Weapon. That's a great word for it. We include in Joey. I don't think so. Again, the best way to deal with Joey Barton is to completely pretend he doesn't exist. We haven't really got a spare right. We haven't really got any backup fullbacks. Full stop, have we? I'm going to play Aguiar there, I think. Had to leave during the Rio bashing. He's absolutely the person everyone asks, are they coming before they decide to go to a family event? Literally what I said. I said, when you're free in your pub with your mates and he turns up, you go, oh, why is he? Why? What did he say? What, Howson? Just search up, what's his name? Stephen Howson, Munich. He said Ten Hag. Was it Ten Hag or was it the Glazers? The Glazers have been worse for United than Munich. Or was it Ten Hag? One of the two. He's a knobhead. And he was like, nah, I mean that. He's also done some horrific other things, but yeah. Exactly, PLL, that. Clive Palmer on the other spectrum, what a man. Is he the one who was on the Ripple Effect the other day, Nicky? I don't know if I know the name. I put Joe Cole up as one of the worst. I feel like Joe Cole's a bit like... He's crap, but I feel like he's a bit harmless. In a way that no one really takes him seriously for what he says anyway. Same with Redknapp a bit. Yes, I was on the overlap fan debate for Arsenal recently. Yeah. I've not listened to that Ripple Effect. I don't know. I don't want to listen to that Ripple Effect. I think that's also the thing that with the Ripple Effect for James to kind of consider is that I listen to like Klopp's top 10 signings with what's his face, and I'm like, Is anyone who's not a Liverpool fan listening to this? Because I'm all right. You know? I'm probably... if anyone else, I don't think I'm watching... Nah, Machin's... Yeah, no, it's the... what's the other one? Chris Pajak. No F for me, I don't think, Magical. Yeah, no, I think they're both really good. I think... I could see why people would dislike them because of, you know, Liverpool things, but I think they both talk really well. And I think you, like... yeah. Especially Machin. I really like Paul Machin. And I think Pajak has grown up and he's turned into a really nice bloke. I think at the start it was a bit, I don't know, tribal type of thing, you know. Which is being funny for you, is he? Top 10 best Klopp moments was Pajak. Yeah. I actually listened to the top 10 Arsenal signings. Which, if you, I mean, Nikki, I was going to say, if you know me, and you do know me, that is very out of character for me. That is something that I would actively try to avoid doing, but it was quite good. The Chelsea comment, yeah, that's kind of the one, isn't it? Oh, yeah. Alex got slated for that episode. I think you kind of overthink those things, though, don't you? And it's really hard because with anything, it's like doing a tier list. It's like, what are the actual parameters here? Like, depending where you put them is depending on how, like, what you've decided is what you're basing it on. Like, is it about legacy? Is it about what could happen in the future? Or is it only because of what they've done so far? Or is it because of like, value for money? It's all these things. So I sort of almost a bit like, there's no right or wrong either way, and you could argue it at any point. Which things was it specifically that he that you thought he was wrong on? I can't remember exactly where people were, but there were some weird ones. He did include Al Neni in holding in the top 25 of the Emirates era. He overcooked a bit. That's it. I think it's overcooking, isn't it? And you always on those things, you want to do some things that are like your views, so that people... Otherwise it's just boring. You want to put like forward your own cases. So maybe it was just that. He makes like 30 videos a week, so it spams recommendations. Who does? Oh, there's an Essex Man United fan who's insufferable running football terrorist. Oh, there's a lot of insufferable football fan accounts. Don't worry about that. It's a weird old business though, isn't it? And forgot Ben White somehow. Yeah, fair. The non-United fans watch the overlap. I never have really watched the overlap. Nicky watches it. Redmen TV is the best. I was there over 10 years ago. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, stick Counter's best value to get clicked and things, and have some like obscene views because people then will argue it, and it's all interactions, isn't it? But yeah, impressions. I like Redmen. I don't really listen to Redmen. I listen to the Anfield Rap ones because they're not for everybody, but I think they're genuinely good people. Like, they get clowned a little bit because they don't fit in sometimes with like the laddie culture of football, which is what I'm all about. Like, I hate the laddie stuff, and they'll say things that people will always misinterpret because they're not doing the laddie thing. But that's kind of like really important to me with any type of content, is that do I like this person as a person more so than like, and then are they knowledgeable? Used to be so good it's got a bit samey. Mark Chapman. Who's Mark Chapman? The occasional, so I'll talk about what we're talking about for the Anfield Rap, or is that the overlap? Oh, Jill, talk about the WSL. Yeah, sorry. I was going to say, on the Anfield Rap, they do quite a lot for the they have like shows all about the Liverpool women's team, which I think is really important to bring that across. But yeah, Red Men are the most underrated. Yes, I'm a Liverpool fan, but they don't try to go viral, just focus on the club and the fans. I like them both. I think it's similar to the Anfield Rap, but then it's like, it's hard, isn't it, of like how much do you play the game to try and grow, as well as like providing a product for people. Yeah. Chappers. Neville's Trent and Anthony Gordon interviews were very good. Yeah, I think the interviews are quite good, aren't they? Yeah. Like, that's real insight on those.
James _
Hello, James.
C resubscribed
Hello.
X22.
22 months, appreciate it. Right, 15 to go. Oh, by the way, some of the other big fan accounts of some teams in the Premier League ran by absolute melons. Let me tell you. I have... Yeah. Forest being the main one. Melons. I'm going to try and win this game, but we're 2-2. What? I haven't watched it either. Neville just really struggling with meditating. That sounds about right. Lad culture being linked to football makes me nearly hate football a lot of the time. Exactly. It's like, oh, it's horrible, isn't it? And you get, like, genuinely, you get abuse for not being that type of, like, if I do a tweet that isn't, like, in line with what, like, lad culture is, which is like, oh yeah, getting drunk and like being abusive to people's funny, innit? People literally call you soft and things like that. It's like, I couldn't dislike you anymore. Like, look at some of the replies to some of the tweets that I do, which are really like, they're not even in, like, it shouldn't incite any reaction at all. Like, they're the weirdest things to, like, I said something like, you probably shouldn't like chant about like poverty and disasters at football. If I tweeted, I don't think you should chant about like disasters and people dying at a football match, people will go like, you're soft. I think you're a knob. It's an unfair metric to hold Twitter as a standard. It's just a set, but yeah, that is true. But yeah, baiting other fans, and they're like, yeah, and it's weird for clicks and things. It's like, yeah, Saka is the best winger in Premier League history. You don't believe that. Do you? You don't believe that. But you can also... He is, yeah. But I think Saka's brilliant. Doesn't mean he has to be the best ever. Like, and then you'll bring up some random... bring up some random stats that shows that he's done, like, the most ball recoveries in zone 11 in the first 17 minutes of a match in 2023. Okay. Yeah, no, that is so true, Metrofim. I hate when people try to say abuse is just banter. I think it shows that your brain is really, really small, if that's what you actually think. Because people, it's not they're saying this to justify. They're not like, I know this is bad, but I'm trying to justify it. What these people actually think this, because they actually think it's funny. Like, they think that's what humor is, and they think that's what, like, they think it's smart. And they're so dumb. Might be nostalgia again, but there was way, way less conversations like he's the greatest back in peak Barclays era. He's brilliant, and that's that. Maybe. I think it's just social media, the lack of social media, isn't it? Banter and bullying is the same. For a lot of people, it is, yeah. You can tell they've grown up in really, like, broken, like, households without, like, good role models in their lives. That's kind of, like, what you can kind of tell. It's like these people need therapy, genuinely. You should feel sorry for them. What have I missed? We're just talking the world, really. Talking the world. Why have I scouted so many people, by the way? Getting a load of scout reports. I don't even remember doing them. Yeah, Elise and Cams are both good. Seem to be a bit more sensible. I think that is the bar. If you want to grow now, be sensible, be knowledgeable, be calm. And I think you'll find there's a path for people with that approach. Whereas it might be a slower path, but people appreciate that, I think. And it's just different to what it used to be, which was who can shout the loudest and get the most attention on them. Because people then, like, hate watch you and things, and there was growth in that before, but like, be calm. I think, like, yeah, a podcast of just two of them is so nice. I probably should listen to that, because I do like both of them. There's a Spurs fan that keeps coming up on my TikTok, and he's a pretty sensible guy that has good insight. But the fact that you remember that probably shows it, doesn't it? Because that makes it, like, palatable for other fans of different teams. Because, like, some of these people that you could talk about who are just, like, so insatiably biased towards their own teams and loud and, like, baiting other teams and claiming this is the best player, he's better than this one, and all this banter. no one's watching or listening to that person who's not a fan of that club, unless it's like hate watching. Like those are, yeah, exactly. What's his name? Like that Paddy guy and the other one. Must have been Flav, yeah. But Flav, again, Flav's a different level of it where he's smart enough to actually like, he's so self-aware of it that it's different, isn't it? It's different. Maybe people don't quite realise that sometimes, I wonder. But yeah. I don't know. I think there's like, that should be the new wave of like creator now. It's those like, you can be a fan of a team. In fact, you want them to be a fan of the team. But I think this is what we always say. It's like acknowledging your own biases. And you can be really aware of where your bias is talking now. But like striving to also see the objective picture. And sometimes just saying, I can't because I really think this. And that's kind of true. I feel sorry for people that don't realise he's taking the... Yeah, exactly. 100%. 100%. It doesn't mean it's easy to listen to, but you can still listen to it going, I know he's just winding me up, but he is winding me up. Like, I'm sure that you get that a lot with like the Spurs Arsenal stuff. Like some of the Liverpool stuff, I'm like, I really don't want to bite on this, but I can't help it. Like the lowbrow, low bar market is completely saturated. There's room for coverage that's just a bit less shite. Yeah, it's true. It's true. And that's why I think we try and have those conversations here a bit more, don't we? I'm very well unbiased, but I will stand by Slanky being better than Tony. It's probably not true, but I'll stand by it. Also, like, yeah, but that's literally it. I think he's better because I watch him all the time, and I always want him to do well, and then he does well, and he's given me amazing moments as a fan, whereas I have no attachment to Tony. Fine. And then someone will go, I disagree, but also I have no attachment to either. And that's also fine, because actually no one's right, because it's opinions. So on the week of the Bayern and Villa loss, I had to give a week till we'd won again, so I knew it'd be fine. There was one... There's been a couple of times, and I was just like... And he's done a couple of really bad ones for like deliberately winding up Liverpool fans. And it's always the first 20 minutes. I'm like, nah, might not listen this week. I'll be back next week, lads. And that's true as well. Like, if you lose, and if your team's bad, like, it doesn't matter anyway, because you play again the week after. And if you like, the season ends, and every season you just start on, like, at most 0 points. So it never ends. It's constant. Honestly, it's pointless. It's supposed to be a leisure activity following football. People need to remember that sometimes. It's supposed to be fun. Yeah, it's a new game, and it 0-0, lads. Still 0-0. Ooh, that's that gonna be a pen, or was he outside? They think Bolde's faking an injury to waste time. It's the 36-minute ref. Far too much football chat, yeah. Far too much. Shout out to the Man United fans. Yeah. Hard work to get that, yeah. It is fun though. The whole United system situation is very fun. Very fun. Following your team and like going to watch them and supporting them, that's supposed to be like your recreational activity. That's leisure. That's leisure. It's not a job. He's offside. Anyway, I haven't watched the new season of Clarkson's Farm. No, we're trying to finish he's about 7 years offside. It's been given. He was onside. What? I swear he was well offside then. Oh well, okay. I'm not even gonna watch it back. I'm not gonna question it. We're winning 1-0. He looked well offside. Yeah, I need to watch Clarkson's Farm. We still need to finish Race Across the World. Race Around the World. Race Across the World. And the Celebrity Race Across the World. Which for some reason we've got ourselves into watching both of those at the same time. Sort of interchangeably. Yeah, well done, lads. Good process. That's gonna better not be a pen. It's a great one. Do you ever get football Twitch-esque comments to your rebuild videos? Football, oh yeah, plenty. I get plenty of really like, this is a tip for you, everybody. Is Jet Lag on YouTube? I'll check it out. We'll do. Celebrity one finished ages ago. Yeah, what we did was we started the normal one that's out like on now at the moment, right? Then we caught up, so we had to wait a week. So we were like, oh, that's annoying. So we started watching the celebrity one, which we hadn't watched yet. And then each time the new one comes out, we watch that one. And then so we're kind of like watching them both slowly now. So yeah. But yeah, oh yeah, football Twitter comments. Here's an insight. Loads. YouTube comments. Like if you think Twitch replies and Twitch is a cesspit, YouTube is full of what I assume is 12-year-old idiots. And they're full of hate. And they love to leave you a hateful comment about all sorts of things. So but the thing is, what you can do on YouTube is that you can just hide them. And they don't know that they've been hidden. So they might still be leaving hateful comments every single episode, every single video that comes out. But nobody ever sees them. And if you can find like satisfaction in that fact that they are now talking into the void, what I usually do, he's gone for a bicycle kick. I usually reply to them and call them a cretin or something like that. And then I mute them. So I never see anything else that happens. And in my little mind, I can think, that's funny. And they'll never know. Wish that was possible on Discord, yeah. That's true. It's like, and I've taught myself to take real satisfaction in that, so that I don't need to have like, I don't worry. I don't care about those comments anymore. But you have to hide the bots too. The bots get, to be fair, a lot of the bots get auto like howled. And then the other ones are usually just like things like, this is a great video. I'm like, fine, that can stay. But yeah, bots are everywhere. It's weird. Now they know, unless they watch this stream. Thing is, what they'll do is, all they can do is make a new account, comment on my video with a new account. Great for the algorithm, that, by the way. Oh, new viewer. Well done. What could they do? They could also maybe dislike the video. Great for the algorithm. That's interaction. It literally helps. And then I can hide that one as well. And then they'd have to make another one. So it'd be another new viewer watching the video. Great for the algorithm. And they might dislike the video. Great for the algorithm. And then I could hide that one as well. And they'd have to make another one. It's sort of like really good for me. Have an increase in spam in Discord the past few months. Yeah, I've seen it in a few different Discord servers though. So I think it's just a Discord thing that seems to be happening. We've got a decent system. We managed to delete it quite quickly. It's just big sigh, isn't it, every time? Yeah, I don't really know what we can do because we're kind of like, it's just one of them, isn't it? Kind of need. Did we just beat Milan, by the way? We just beat Milan 2-0. We're good, aren't we? We're on the highest moderation level. There's not a lot we can actually do about it, I don't think. It's just one of them. That's a good win. Keeps us right in here in the middle of these playoff spots, which is kind of where we want to be. Yeah, Tobes does usually sort it if it's American time. It's good to have him on side, isn't it? The last two I've not even seen. I've come back and then, you know, when you got like the notification thing on each channel, I'm like, every channel now has a notification thing. Mark all as red. That's kind of it. You have to have a verified phone number and all sorts. It is what it is, isn't it? What video made you blow up on YouTube for the first time? We didn't ever blow up on YouTube, to be honest. It's just been a real gradual rise. Just like, there was no video that blew up. Each new game cycle that comes out, there's always like new subs come along. So it's kind of like steadily building from that. The movie, we've got loads of new subs from the movie, but even then it was, for a year, it was like still like gradual. Like for that movie to have been successful, we had to have the platform for it to be successful anyway. Like if we did that Malia video on like within the first like 10,000 subs, it wouldn't have gone anywhere as big. Twitch being first helped it grow for sure, because it just like it's hard to get off the ground, but it's one of those like that you had to have a little bit of a thing to like get an audience here and then move some of the audience so that there was at least a consistent amount of people, and then yeah, going from there. Like tactic things, we've been quite smart with it, but it's still been slow and steady rather than blown up or anything, isn't it? It did. Oh, the Malia movie did great numbers. Yeah, like ridiculous. Newcastle 10-year sim was one of the first bigger ones. We had a few, but like that was just algorithm things. It was like just played the game a bit with them, didn't we? Has it been a slow FM year content-wise generally? I think so, Nikki. Yeah, I think you're right. I feel like it's, I don't know, maybe it'll come back a little bit, but we're in May, and I feel like people are kind of holding on a little bit. Whereas there have been years where it's been like everyone's online, everyone's doing this, you know what save everyone is doing, whereas this year it feels like, yeah, the Zealand disrespect. What do you mean, Sinks? Which part of that was disrespect? Feels very, very bitty. It does, doesn't it? It doesn't feel like everyone's like zoned in. Yeah, no, I think like we've had a really solid year, to be fair. Like we did the Graham Potter movie did really well, and then some of these experiment things, like we've had a really good year. I feel like people are waiting. I'm just hoping that we can kind of like keep chugging along, ticking over. Like we should hit 75k at some point for YouTube. Like we're what, 2.6k away, and that'll be a really nice milestone. We've got like some fun stuff coming up. I've got a movie that I've gone through 3 editors on this movie, by the way, like because it's just so intensive. I think I'm gonna have to try and do it. It's been sitting there for so long. I just need to find some time I can dedicate to trying to do it, and then that could hopefully help. But yeah, we'll see. It's one of them. We'll just keep going. We'll keep going. I think, yeah, that is a thing as well. If you're not playing it, you probably are a little bit more disconnected from it anyway, aren't you? Right, we need some players. We're playing Ajax away. I kind of don't want to rest these guys because of it's such a big game, but who else are we missing there? Rugland's injured. I think I'm going to play them in this game. Where's Jury Seller? We'll play him as well. Oh, have I got the left back now? Yes. Okay, let's do that. Ajax away. This should be tricky. I don't know if they're good again this year, but I imagine they might be. Set the bar for what you want FM25 to be as a minimum based on what they... Set the bar for what you want FM25 to be as a minimum based on what they told you last year. What do you mean? How do you want me to answer that? Based on what they told me, it's still such an unknown. They told us it's going to be big changes. They didn't show us what the changes would look like. So I think everyone's kind of talked about what they know. We didn't get told loads. We just got told, right, there's going to be a new engine, like a whole new user interface. There's going to be a whole new, like, the match engine will look different, all of these things. Are you asking for a guess at first impressions? I'm going to go optimistic and really hope that we've got like a fresh, what feels like a fresh new iteration of the game. And if it is that, I think there'll be a lot of excitement around it. Same name, new game. I don't think that would be wise to do, but I think they just need to freshen things up rather than that. What they can't lose is the magic that makes Football Manager, which is always a big, like, imagine you just like don't really understand, there's no flow to it, and there's no, that's what they need to not lose, isn't it? But yeah. Oliveras. We're 1-0 down here. That's given away. That's given back. They're in here. That's Sky Vink, isn't it? Good goal. He's very good. Very good. Like, what do you personally think should be done with no more excuses? I don't know. I don't really think I'm the right person to ask about those things. Like, people have really strong views about these and I'm just like, I just want the game to be like fun and provide the storylines you want to. Like, I'd love the match engine to look a bit better, and I'd love there to be like all these little quality of life things, but I'm like, I don't want it to be like ripped up and started again. Yeah, he's born in 2008, so he is, yeah. This is, we're getting humbled here by Ajax. I thought we might because we're away from home, but this isn't great. We've got a tired team. We're only going to get worse in this game. Yeah, I don't think we need it to feel like a new game. But you want it to feel like, oh my God, this is so much better, but Football Manager, but enhanced. Which is that's a tricky, like, to deliver that's tricky. I honestly think if this looked better, it would be so different. And that's kind of what I'm hoping, hoping for. Excuse me. Sousa, is he on? Flag's gone up. He was on last time, even though he looked way off, didn't he? So we can hope. Might be back in it. We're not. I think they should make it like The Sims and Lords of Football so you can buy houses and go... I agree. That'd be good. That sounds fun. And a bit like Skyrim. They made it a bit more Skyrim. I'd love that. Don't quite know how that works, but what a ball. Oh, he's missed it. Wasn't Niran playing Lords of Football the other day on stream? I swear I saw him tweet about that. Definitely been missing dragons. Yeah. The Dragonborn. Sebastiano Esposito. Only remembered it existed because FNG's tweet. Yeah, yeah. I think he's tweeting it as well. Streaming it, sorry. Excuse me. A little bit of a chesty cough. 2-0, but we did play a bit better after that. Had the disallowed goal. Yeah, it must have been 10 years ago, yeah. Not playing great, though. 6.2 from Sosa. Jesus, look at this performance. 6.2, 6.3, 6.3, 6.3. There's a lot of 6.3s out there. And our one player who's playing well is knackered. Right. Sweet little lies. They could have just moved to FM, yeah. It is a bit of a tough one though, isn't it? Like, the game they just didn't update it at all. Like, career mode is just the same as it was in 2009. Like, mad really when you think about it. Career mode should be the biggest mode on FIFA. Should be. Like, obviously Ultimate Team, and I get why, but like, if you think of what FIFA is as a game, it should be like, I'm going to manage my team. Like, that's what it should be, as like a football game. I think it should be like the biggest mode, bigger than pro clubs, but yeah. They're more featured in 2007 career mode to now. It's mad, isn't it? Doesn't sell. Doesn't make money though, does it? Because even clubs, quite crap to watch. I know there's like the whole like girth and turf thing and stuff, but visually, it's not fun to watch. I don't know. Is that just me? I get like the like, I don't know. Like, it's fun to play with your mates. Really good. Like that is the most fun game mode to play with your mates, I would say. Because of the social aspect of it. We are getting smacked. We are losing. We're playing terribly. I don't really know what to do. There's so many of them playing terribly. As long as we're this... Oh, keeper? Keeper? What have you done there then? We're back in it! I thought he was going to miss that. The banter is the enjoyment of clubs, which can stem from the gameplay a bit if someone is rubbish. Yeah, but I think the banter... The banter of watching people isn't for me, maybe. the banter between your mates of doing it is where it is. Like when someone does something wrong. I don't really care if Angry Ginge thinks Nepenthes is rubbish and is calling him rubbish. Then I just feel a bit bad. I'm like, you have to be horrible to him. Probably trying. I don't know. That's not my type of content anyway, of like shouting at people and calling them and like shit. But that is funny when it's your mates. We've 4-1 down. He scored an own goal now. Come on. Yeah, online career mode when everyone's begging for it is mad, isn't it? Weird. Like, imagine just like basically a network game, but it's a FIFA online career mode. Because then you'd have to like play the computer, but then when you'd play your mate, you'd have to play him with your team. Like how? Why is that not a thing? How to enjoy dinosaur? Hope you're good. We don't. 5 too many. 5 looks real bad. Don't they have it for NFL? I don't know. I imagine they do. Like, it's not like they've not got the infrastructure for it, but weird. What's the drama about FIFA at the moment? I've seen loads of tweets this morning talking about all the drama and things. I was like, people, why is there drama? Is it just that people want to boycott the game because of mistakes and things? Or like the servers are rubbish? Or like the mistakes they're making on Ultimate Team? Because is that really drama? Well, no, there's like people like... I saw like Marshall was tweeting about it and stuff. I don't know. I don't know what it's for. Something happened with player picks this week. Wasn't it like the Mbappe thing? Like and then they changed it. Was it just that people are like, stop playing this game because there's so many bugs and things, and then they got annoyed that people didn't stop because it's like their job to not stop, as if like to not boycott it because otherwise they couldn't feed their kids. Like I feel like that probably takes precedent anyway.
Follow me. Okay.
I don't know. Thought Bateson was getting a load of abuse. Thought it was FIFA 13 again. Again, that's just like 10-year-olds abusing a man for no real reason because they think it's funny. You've not learnt Dutch. That's a shame. I saw Run the Foot Market saying to protest by not streaming, but I think that happened years ago and obviously wouldn't do anything. They wouldn't do anything. Do they think like... I get it, like people watching the game, but streamers and the community that watches FIFA online is still a tiny drop in the ocean of the entire player base. It will make no difference. And that's just people who love drama. They're like, I'm going to lead a revolution. Like, people love drama. They love to be involved in drama, inciting drama and all of these things. It's like, it's not realistic, is it? It doesn't cost EA anything. If it doesn't cost them loads of money, they don't care because they are lining their pockets with everything. That it's like the player base is so big and the streaming audience and streamers specifically, player pool is minute, tiny. I don't know. Feel free to do whatever you want to do, but like, I guess it wasn't him, but like people getting on other people's backs for not doing it feels a bit, again, people just thinking it's like loving the drama. Anyway, I don't really understand it, so I don't know if even that's the case, but that sounds about right to me. That seemed to fit with what Marshall was tweeting. Anyway, chat. Anyway, is the second half's about to kick off, right? 0-0 in the Leeds Norwich game. I might go and watch the second half of that. We are at 1 o'clock, and I need to go and sort out this aircon because it is very warm in here. So I'm going to love you and leave you. Today was a very chatty stream. That was good. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for just chatting through everything. Good to see you guys. Appreciate you being here. We'll be back next Saturday. We'll definitely have a stream next weekend. Not for the Sunday, though. And hopefully some videos during the week, too. Like I said, Football Manager, still there. We'll just keep on going, won't we? I'll talk to you during the week. RE sub badges and FM25 save. Yes, sounds good. There's him. There he is. But yeah, we'll keep plugging along. We want to hit 75k on YouTube, so go and subscribe over there. And hopefully some other big type of news fairly soon. So yeah, have a lovely rest of your Sundays, lovely rest of your weekends. Enjoy the sun, etc, etc. Have a good day. See you soon. Bye bye. See you later, everyone. Love you. Bye.